Oh, shit. What is going down? What's crack-a-lackin'? All right. Sit back, chill for a little bit. See who shows up. This late night chat. Last minute late night chat. Badasses are here. That's right. I see you guys. Yes, cometh all of you badasses. Yes. Increase the Movie Dojo Army. That's right. Together we are strong. All right. Who's here today? Or tonight, actually. Late night chat tonight. Kelly Kells. What is going on? 14 people. Boom. Pow. Already here already. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Kidu 427 in the house. Hey. I'm back. Gilbert in the house. What's going on, buddy? Bishop Man 2. Electric Boogaloo. The Briscoe 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Saunders Child. What's going on, man? All right. Thanks again for the dono. What do you think of the Last of Us games, man? Well, let's see. I have not played the second one, and I have not beat the first one. The first one's always been one of those, it's on the list to eventually go back and complete, but it's a pretty amazing game, the first one, as far as I got. But it's one of those, I'll get back to it. Hey, maybe when I start out my Let's Play streams again, maybe I'll go back and start from scratch all over again. 15 people, 15 badass ninjas, pow, showing up right now. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon Hill, what's going on? Andre Atkins in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Mel Blank 222. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Nate Dogs. I have cometh to starteth the fucking ruckus. With a late night talk with that fat samurai guy. All right. Lewis R in the house. 20 people. Look at this. 20 people have arrived. Watch this. Boom. Muay Thai elbow. That's right. Bam. That's right. The badasses are increasing here tonight. Hanging out with the samurai. That's what I'm talking about. Lewis R. Let's start the fucking ruckus. So I'm talking about. Zaki is here. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? All right. What is going on? Late night chat with the old samurai and the Movie Dojo Army. The badasses are here. That's right. Live Q&A. Ask away. I hope all of you are doing well tonight. I hope you guys are safe. Being safe out there, taking care of yourselves. Cheers for hanging out with the old samurai tonight. Severia, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? Robert Akuma. Oh, shit. Now, that's a fucking badass name right there. Ray, what's going on? What's cracking? Will Star, how you doing? All right. A dog soldier. That's what I'm talking about. Jesus, Samurai is a goddamn vampire. I am. All right. The cat's out of the bag, you guys. I am a vampire. So, it's what it is. It's not that all cracked up to be because I miss steak and cheeseburgers and stuff. I can't eat that anymore. I can't eat pizza no more. It sucks being a vampire. What's up? 23 people showing up. 23 badasses. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Kiru has a question here. Out of the classic big slasher franchises, which is your favorite and why? Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Scream, or Child's Play? Well, if you guys don't know by now, I'm a big Jason Voorhees fan. So I got a whole section over here of nothing but Friday the 13th stuff. So overall, it's debatable if the Nightmare on Elm Street films are better as overall films than the Friday the 13th movies. And I love Freddy Krueger and all that. But Voorhees he's just a beast, man. You sleeping in a sleeping bag. He's just going to pick you up and just crack, right up against the tree. That's it. That's a wrap. See, Freddy's more like, I enjoy torturing these little motherfuckers. that's what Freddy is. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this. Let me wait till they go to sleep. I'm gonna fuck with them, bring out their true fears. I'm gonna mess with them first. I want to torture them mentally before I go for the kill. Jason ain't got time for that, man. He's just gonna show up. That's it. But yeah, I love it all, especially Child's Play too. I'm a big fan of Child's Play. All right, Robert, what's cracking? What is going on? Mel Blank. Hopefully the next game is good, man. Let's see. Let me catch up to you guys. Briscoe. Everyone's saying hi to each other. That's right. All right. Nosferatu Samurai Guy. 34 badasses. Look at it. Look at this. The Movie Dojo Army is growing, making me stronger. Ah, yes. I am flexing now. And believe it or not, I am not drunk. I'm just a knucklehead. All right. The Wolf Den in the house. All right. Sterling Lane Jr., what is going on? All right. Bishop Mantus is the original Halloween. I love the Halloween movies too. Well, the late, well, let's see. Halloween 3, if you even want to put it in that franchise, I enjoy it for what it is. It's its own thing. 4 and 5 are guilty pleasures. 6, H2O's entertaining. I enjoy H2O. But after that, it's like, ugh. But the one that came out in 2018, that was a solid attempt at the sequels didn't exist. Let's start from here. So hopefully the next 2 movies are entertaining. I saw a short on YouTube. I'm sure you guys are already aware of it. It's actually a fan made film, and man, it was awesome. It was Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers in the woods, and it was fucking dope because at some point they're beating the shit out of each other. Really well done, gory. Fight choreography is good. The music is great. The editing is good. And then all of a sudden, campers are in the area and hunters, and they kind of get in the way accidentally. And so at some point, not necessarily tag teaming up or teaming up against the hunters, but they kind of go off and do their own thing, and they're kind of fighting. It was cool, man. And then they went back to fighting each other. I can't remember the name of it, though. But, man, it was pretty cool. Bow to count. That PhatSamuraiGuy. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let me back up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Robert Akuma says, I'm waiting for that Jason fan film that was getting funded because they're bringing back the telekinesis girl from New Blood. Sam, what? I did not know that. Yo, from Friday the 13th for the 7th movie in the franchise. Interesting. That'd be cool if they could pull that off. Sure, why not? Let's have fun at this point. All right. Jason Voorhees is the only one that can walk 2-inch steps and keep up with the young athletic teenagers. And then later, he can teleport. We all know that. He can teleport. Let's see. Splinter Eye, man, you're just all over that werewolf trailer. I did share it, so thanks for sharing it to me on my That Fat Samurai Guy page, and then I did share it on the page, and then I shared it to our Bloody Machetes page as well, and letting people know about it and asking them, do you guys remember this? It looked familiar. Like, I don't remember it that well. It definitely has a Incredible Hulk vibe to it. But seeing that the intro to the werewolf series. So this is a show, Chad, that came out in the 80s, and it looked really familiar. But I would like to check it out one day if I get some free time. But it's interesting though, because that video you sent me, Splinter Eye, the comments below, there's a lot of fans. There's people who fondly remember the werewolf TV series. So chat, comment in the chat. If you guys remember Werewolf, a show that came out back in the 80s. And remember, if you let us know if you enjoyed that or if you remember it. All right. Favorite, Big Josh, favorite brand of action figures? Probably NECA, because they're like consistently churning out cool shit, and it's affordable. Let's see. John Barney, what's going on, buddy? He says, yo, rumor going around, Legendary settled with Warner Brothers. Really? Interesting. 40 people. 40 badasses are here tonight. Man, you guys are calling me the vampires. I don't know. I think you guys might be children of the night yourselves. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Just talking movies and shooting the shit. You guys rock, man. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks, Robert. Yes, rest in peace, Alexi Leho from Children of Bodom, to the metal fans out there. That was a huge bummer. When I was streaming 2 days ago, somebody mentioned it, and it kind of hit me during the stream, and I was like, ugh, I didn't want the stream to become like a bummer, but I had to take a minute there, because I was kind of sad. But yeah, got to finish buying the rest of their albums now, man. But yeah, he was a badass guitarist. Well, that's good, Splinter Eye. Keep spreading the word, bud. Keep spreading that word. All right. Oh, here we go. Dog Soldier. So he loved the werewolf TV series and wish they had kept it going. So see, there's fans here. All right. Trado, what's going on? What's crack-a-lacking, man? Ooh, worst WrestleMania of all time, Mr. Death Metal asks. There's some stinkers, man. A lot of people say the tournament one where Macho Man won and became champion. I mean, Macho Man is great and he deserved the belt until Hogan decided to come back and it's like, all right, it's my belt. Now give it to me. But it was weird because it was like, sometimes it's been a long time. So sometimes my WrestleManias might run together. But I know there was one where it was at two venues at the same time. It was weird. It was like bizarre. Like if you're in a movie theater or something like that, you could see the show. It was weird. But there was like, Vince McMahon was talking to, I forgot who her name was. And they went to, there was first half of WrestleMania was at this other area. And then I think the last half, when Hulk Hogan wrestled King Kong Bundy in a steel cage, was somewhere else. It was weird. I don't know if that was the second one or the third one. I don't remember. Yeah, there's some stinkers out there. I don't remember if the entire WrestleMania was bad when Bill Goldberg wrestled Brock Lesnar for the first time way back in the day, and it was one of the worst matches in wrestling history. Forget about WrestleMania. Wrestling history was one of the worst matches ever. So I don't know. I don't know if that counts. But I don't know. Maybe the rest of maybe there were some good matches on that same card. I'm not sure. So, all right. We'll get back to you guys' comments here. All right. Mr. Death Metal. For me, it's WrestleMania 9. Remind me, Mr. Death Metal, because it's been so long. I have WrestleMania box set down here, but I haven't watched it in years. Remind me, who was in that one? Who was the main event? If you tell me who the main event is, I'll probably remember. 45 badasses hanging out with the old samurai tonight. That's right. Let me catch up to you guys. Hold on one second. John Barney says 35. Again, let me know what that one is, John. Who's the main event on that one? I have seen the first two Purge movies, Ray. I have not seen the third one. And I do own it, though. Robert says the first WrestleMania in the pandemic with the graveyard match with Styles and Taker. Other than Kofi winning the title, WrestleMania 35 was trash. Yeah, that was really the only highlight. Because AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura are ridiculously talented wrestlers. And if you watch their match they had in New Japan, but like way back, it's phenomenal. But for some reason, they just didn't gel that night at WrestleMania. And there was so much hype and expectations, and that was kind of a bummer. I think that was on the same WrestleMania. Sean Holmes is asking, what is my opinion on the movie Black Mask? Well, me and Eric, Asian movie enthusiast, we talked about it. It's been years since I watched it. I want to revisit it. It's entertaining. It's a B flick. But for some reason, I'm conflicted because the American release here had nothing but rap music over it, which it just didn't fit for me for some reason. But I have the Hong Kong version on DVD with really bad picture, and it doesn't have the rap music, but instead it has like really cheesy James Bond spy music. So I'm like, God damn it! But it's got some moments in there, That's some good fighting at the end, at least. All right, WrestleMania 2 was held. Let me catch up to you guys. Sorry, you guys are flooding it. You're flooding it. I love it though. Nate Dogs, thanks again, bud. Brock Lesnar is a completely overrated wrestler. Oh, it has begun. You know what, though? Right around the time when Brock Lesnar almost killed himself with a shooting star press and landed on his neck, That match with Kurt Angle was really good. Like there was actual legitimate wrestling in it. Like it was really good. And around that time, I can kind of respect Brock's athletic ability. But now it's just Suplex City, man. I can't stand it. And I don't even really watch that much. I just kind of catch the highlights on YouTube once in a while. But it's just like, dude, you gonna do something else besides fucking suplex? All right, let's see here. Let me catch up to you guys. WrestleMania 2 is in Chicago, New York, and oh shit. So it was 3 venues. Chicago, New York, and LA. Oh my God. That was weird. It was so bizarre. Trado says, Fat Samurai Guy, since you mentioned slashers, did you ever like the My Bloody Valentine and the sequel? There was a sequel? I didn't know there was a My Bloody Valentine sequel. Are you talking about the remake? I like the original. I actually like the original. I was okay with the remake. The one in 3D is all right. But I didn't know it was a second one, but I like the original more now that the unrated version is available. So now you can see all the gore and all the good stuff. So now that that's out, I need to buy that. I think there might be a steelbook coming for My Bloody Valentine, the uncut version. So keep your eyes out for that if any of you are interested. Let's see. Let me catch up to you guys here. The remake was all right. I mean, it's all right. Let's see. Oh, the main event was Bret Hart versus Yokozuna. Well, despite that being a good match, despite that being a good match, and then Hogan ruining it at the end, I think you're right. I think that wasn't really a good WrestleMania. I think wasn't that the one where Undertaker wrestled Giant Gonzalez, and it was terrible. Yeah, I think that's the one. It was like Roman-esque. It was like Rome, the Colosseum, like type of venue or something like that. Everybody was walking around with togas. Let's see. Catch up with you guys here. Taker, hold on. Fluffy Gamer in the house. Bring back the camel clutch. All right. Chongo says it was epic. Oh man, we almost had a heart attack when we watched that live. I mean, we weren't there, but when the pay-per-view came out, we almost had a heart attack. We thought he killed himself. Taco Ghost, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out tonight. WWE, WWF, Attitude Era is my favorite, especially Undertaker and Kane. I agree. That's my favorite as well. Let's see. Let me catch up to you guys. I have not seen The Expanse. Vinny Gonzalez says WCW had the best luchador matches. I agree. Let's see. Yeah, I have seen a Big Hit. It's entertaining. Well, I'm biased, Severio, so I'm going to pick Jason over Myers. So Myers, if you want to bring in the supernatural cult aspect from the bad sequels, he's got a shot against Voorhees. But other than that, Voorhees is basically a living zombie. So you can't kill him. Oh, shit. Went Movie 1 in the house. He says he loves Undertaker and Shawn matches. Great stuff. Oh, yeah. It was interesting. It's like right towards the end when I was getting out of wrestling until I came back into it temporarily. It seemed like every WrestleMania, it was all about the veterans stealing the show. It was like Undertaker's matches were like the best match of the night, despite everything else going on. But I do remember that. It was just like the 2 matches he had with Shawn were good. Even, a lot of people bash CM Punk. Watch his match with Undertaker. It's legit. It's a legitimate good match. It's the best match of that whole night. But you gotta love the crafty veterans. I'm glad he's retired, though. I'm glad he's retired. I enjoyed Elysium. I like District 9 better. I have not seen Chappie yet, but Elysium. That's right. Wet Movie 1. Jason all the way, baby. Elysium. I was entertained by it. I didn't love it when I saw it in theater. When I watched it again on Blu-ray, I liked it a little bit more. So, I have seen Narc starring Ray Liotta. It's very solid cop thriller. It's not like one of my favorite movies of cop thrillers of all time, but it's good. It's a good watch. What is my opinion on the comedy movie Weird Science? Oh, well, come on. Weird Science? It's a classic, man. Classic 80s. Don't remake it, Hollywood. And now that I've said that, I've jinxed us now. And now Hollywood's going to remake it. I'm not counting the TV series. Let's see here. Who would win? Fat Samurai Guy, Ghost Rider, or Spawn? Ooh, yikes. That is difficult. I don't know. It's interesting because they're both kind of immortal in a way, but then they've both been beaten. So, I don't know. I can't answer that one. Let me know what you think. Let's see here. Have I seen Sputnik? Wasn't I asked this the other day? Why are you guys asking me if I seen Sputnik? Yes, I've seen Sputnik. I've seen parts of Sputnik because I fell asleep because I was bored out of my fucking mind. But Lady Fatblood was awake, and she was like okay with it. She said it was a very well-made sci-fi horror film, but she didn't love it. It was one of those. There was way too much hype for Sputnik, a lot of hype. So we were so excited because when I watched the trailer for Sputnik, I was like, "Oh, this is my shit. This is my shit." So I invited my buddy Edgar over and my buddy Sexy Sumo over, and I paid my money to rent it. And we all fell asleep. Like I went to sleep, Sexy Sumo dozed off, and my buddy Edgar, who doesn't fall asleep, stood up and like had to stand in the hallway to keep awake. I'm not making that up. So I remember when they were gonna make a Halo movie. I remember that. Kelly LeBrock, baby, that's right. Sharlto Copley is an underrated actor, and we need to see more of him. Yes, we do. Simon section, what's going on? Savage versus Steamboat changed the game. That changed the game. Look at this, 50 badasses. The samurais have arrived. The ninjas. That's right. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, man. You guys rock. Savage versus Steamboat changed the game. That changed everything. Did you guys know that Hulk Hogan was angry? Because that night, it was the big night, the iconic night where he slammed Andre the Giant, right? But in the backstage, in the back, everybody was just only talking about Macho Man's match with Steamboat. And Hulk Hogan got pissed off about that. Taco says Spawn, bro. Yeah, hey. Can't go wrong with Spawn, but it is pretty tough. That's a debatable one, though. Ray says Ghost Rider because he took out many demons. He'll probably know how to take care of Hellspawn. And Jesus says the Punisher beat Ghost Rider. He did? Oh, my goodness. Sean says, do you think Warner Brothers Flashpoint will disappoint fans like 84? What do you think about the Warner Brothers Batwoman Beyond rumors? I'm not a fan of that. 60 badasses hanging out tonight. You guys rock, man. I'm not a fan of Batwoman Beyond rumors. I don't like it at all. Only because we've waited a long time. It's like this. I have no issues with Spider-Gwen. I like Spider-Gwen. She's fun. No issues with Spider-Gwen. But imagine waiting years. There's no Sam Raimi Spider-Mans yet. Nothing. Imagine waiting years for a live-action, big-budget Spider-Man movie to come to theater. And at the last minute, they're going to change it, and it's Spider-Gwen. You're like, no, that's not what I wanted. You bring in Spider-Gwen later, that's fine. But yeah, it's like we've been wanting to see. I mean, that's all fans have been talking about. There would not be any Michael Keaton Batman in this Flashpoint movie that's coming out now if it wasn't for a lot of the rumors of fans wanting a live action Batman Beyond flick with Michael Keaton as old school, old crusty in the chair, wheelchair Batman with his pet dog teaching, young Terry how to be the new Batman for the future. That's what fans have been wanting for years. So if that, and now they're going to change it for that stupid rumor, like why? What is the purpose of the change? I think you guys know the purpose, but it's stupid. Let's see. Let me catch up to you guys. The penance stare did not work on the Punisher because he had no regret. Thus, his ultimate move was useless. That's hilarious. Hence why Spawn would lose to Ghost Rider. That's hilarious. Punisher had no regret. That's hilarious. No, I do not, Zamora. I do not. Let's see here. What's going on, Dark Gable? What's happening to the master swordsman, the man, the myth, the legend, and the most electrifying man on YouTube today, Fat Samurai? What's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. We need a live-action Spider-Man 2099. That would be fun. Well, the only good news, just to go back to that comment earlier about Flashpoint, the only good news about it now is because I think, I'm not positive, but I think at the time, as of right now, which could have changed, Wonder Woman 84, I think it's the lowest rated DC movie of all time. I'm not positive about that. I didn't do research, but I did hear that that's a possibility. So maybe they'll learn from that and be like, all right, we better not fuck this up. But we'll see. See what happens. That's so funny. I regret nothing. That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I wish that was in live action. I would have died. Been really funny. Back to wrestling here. What about the Undertaker having his skin burnt while entering an Elimination Chamber match? Man just powered through. Yeah, that was insane. That was ridiculous. That was nuts. Hey, Severio, check out Wonder Woman 84, man. Don't let the bad reviews sway you. You might be okay with it. Either three things are going to happen. Either you're going to go in it like we did and be like, or you're going to be like, I really like that. Or you're going to be like, fuck this movie hard. Be interesting to find out. Maybe next time we're streaming, just pop in and let me know. It'll be interesting to which one did you end up going with at the end of the day after watching the movie. But no, check it out. Oh yeah, David Lynch is good. I have not seen everything though. I still need to catch up. Have you heard his music? If you have not, go to YouTube and check out. What is it? Crazy Clown Time. I think that's the name of the song. And you're gonna feel like you're on something. And yeah, I have no words for that music. We gotta watch the music video though. Watch the music video because yeah, it's bizarre. Which one is Extreme Prejudice, Dark? Which one is that? Is that the yeah, what movie is that one? I really like Hateful Eight, Vinny, but Django I can watch all the time, so or any time. It's a lot more fun to watch, but I do like Hateful Eight. So what's going on, guys? Keep me in the loop. What's happening with Ray Fisher? What's going on right now? Everybody's making 5 billion videos on him. Like, what's happening now? Or is it really not worth talking about and we can move on? Gilbert, thanks for the dono, man. He says, if you can choose any 90s action martial arts stars to be in the Streets of Rage movie, who would they be? Oh, man. I would say Gary Daniels as Axel. If I can cheat and use Michael Jai White as Adam, I would. But if we're going 90s, then who else would it be besides Billy Blanks if we're going 90s? But if I could cheat with Michael Jai White, I'd rather have Michael Jai White. And, man, who would be Blaze? That's it. We're going to cheat and just have Cynthia Rothrock with dark hair. There you go. Or cheating. Hopefully we will see this Godzilla versus Kong trailer soon. At least teaser, for fuck's sake. Dolph as Axel? He's too big. Would I still watch him as Axel? Sure. You can take my money, sure. Snipes would work too, actually. Yeah, Snipes would work. I could see that. Steven, I have seen Wing Commander, and it's one of the worst movies I've ever paid to go see in the theater. And it sucks too, because I got into those video games with Wing Commander 3 for PlayStation. Yes, I have them on PlayStation. Wing Commander 3, I really got into that, and then Wing Commander 4 was even better. And then that's when the movie was coming out. So me and my buddy Cranky Critic went to go see it, and we were like, fucking hell, what the fuck happened? What happened? When you're decent budgeted live action movie, special effects is worse than the game. It's like, and the creature effects, the animatronic effects of the aliens were like actually pretty impressive for the video game. But like all you see in the movie is this like like it's like, what is this, Chuck E. Cheese? The fuck is this? I have watched a couple of episodes of One Punch Man, and I am really, for the couple of episodes I've seen, it's my kind of show. I'm really going to get into it, but I just haven't finished the first season yet. I do own it though. I got to get back and watch it though. It was the one with Nick Nolte and Powers Booth. I don't know if I've seen that. Interesting. Are we talking about the Protector? Are we talking about Jackie Chan's? Man, that movie. I always talk about that movie when I can. It's one of the most underrated Jackie Chan movies. It's like that movie was so well done and well acted. It's just like, because a lot of the later Jackie Chan films, let's be honest, are not that good. But for The Foreigner is actually legit, and like nobody talks about it. It's like it didn't even come out. Not really looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop 4, and I'm not that excited about Lethal Weapon 5. I just don't understand. I don't get it. And I have a bad feeling. And I'm a big fan of Lethal Weapon, and I enjoy the first two Beverly Hills Cop movies. I just have a bad feeling, because what do they usually do, right? What do they usually do? Okay, we got the old crusty veterans here for the old guard to pay their money like me to go see the movie, right? Nostalgia, right? But then they want to bring in the young crowd to make money. So this is going to be Expendables 3 all over again. I have a bad feeling it's going to be the new young cops trying to come in. Look what they did with the third Bad Boys film. That's exactly what they did. Their old ways, they're behind. So we got to bring in the young, hot you know, and it's just like that's what they're gonna do. I mean, the only good thing about it is that Richard Donner's directing it, so I'm like, yay! But I just don't know how they're gonna make an entertaining flick. But believe you me, though, like if it's actually a good film, of course I'll see it. Sure. All right, let me catch up to you guys here. 45 badasses hanging out. That's right. Yes, Matt Hamill was in the Wing Commander games when they started having a lot of the full motion video cutscenes and stuff. They added that to the video games later. I think it was the third game when he came in. Really, and he acted really good and really acted really good in the fourth movie. It actually had those games had an all-star cast. I mean, they had John Rhys Davies, Malcolm McDowell. I think Mark Dacascos was in one of those. I don't know if he's one of the pilots, and what you call the actor that plays Biff for Back to the Future. He's on there, but yeah, it's just sad. The movie was just yikes. The movie was yikes. Yeah, I seen Toxic Avenger 2 with Michael Jai White coming out of nowhere, whipping out the nunchucks. Oh my god, it was hilarious. All right, so Dark Gable saying I got to watch Extreme Prejudice, starring was it Nick Nolte and Powers Booth? Is that what you said? I love Powers Booth. That guy's great. Chat, if you guys seen Extreme Prejudice, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Yes. So, Dark Able, to answer your question. So I haven't scheduled it yet, guys. But this Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, me, Sam Kench from Brickwall Pictures, and Eric, Asian movie enthusiast, we're going to talk about. It's going to be a spoiler discussion, okay? But we're going to talk about the film Possessor. Yes, David Cronenberg's son directed that film, and we're going to talk about that this Sunday. So if you guys want to, we're going to do a live movie review. So stop by. The Boxer's Omen. No, I have not seen that. I don't know if Upgrade should have a sequel. I don't know. I kind of like the way it ended. I don't know where you could go with the ending of Upgrade. I don't know if I don't know, because the AI is completely taken over. So maybe you can follow the AI for the rest of the movie, but I don't know if that'll be an engaging flick. Upgrade is great though. If you guys have not seen it, that movie's still under the radar. It's still under the radar. It's badass. All right, let me catch up to you guys here. All right, Kelly says she watched Kickboxer for the first time and really liked it. That's right. That's right. I saw that in theater back in the day, man. And you got to love the Van Damme dance. That's right. That's where this comes from. One of the greatest dance moves and sequences ever in movie history. All right, let me get back to you guys here. Hold on a second. Whoa, hello. John, what's going on? Thanks for the dono, man. Appreciate it. What were your thoughts about the Mandalorian season finally? And what's up? Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks again for the support and hanging out. It was great. It was like really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It brought back the feels, despite the CGI Luke. I didn't care. I was just happy to see it. And it's one of those things that it's just for that moment. It's not like we're going to get a whole long series with horribly bad CGI Luke. We're not going to get that. And I wouldn't be for that. I wouldn't support that. But for that moment, sorry, spoilers for The Mandalorian if anyone started to see season 2. Sorry. But it was perfect for that moment. So really enjoyed it. Really good. Really, really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I did see Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. It's I talk highly about it. It's a badass animated movie, man. It's really good. Now, Taco, which one is Boxer's Omen? Without spoiling it, is that a martial arts flick? Let me know. Yes, I know that the lady who fought Ahsoka is related to Bruce Lee. That's right. Inosanto, yes. Well, I don't know if she's related. I think she's his goddaughter. Because I believe she's the daughter of Dan Inosanto, who trained with Bruce Lee. But I might be wrong, but I think that's what's going on there. But still, she's badass. Kevin Lambert in the house. What's going on, bud? Says, hey, Fat Samurai Guy. Hope you and Lady Fat Blood are doing awesome today. Currently 6:05 a.m. here in the UK. Early in the morning. Checking in. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Simon says, do you think they will sugarcoat the Hulk Hogan biopic starring Chris Hemsworth? Yeah, I was questioning that. It's like, how real are they? They probably will. They might show a little bit of the issues with his wife and stuff like that and separation. They probably won't go farther than that. I doubt it. Because look at the biopic for Paige. Look at that biopic. They didn't really mention or talk about the controversial things she was involved in. So probably. Hemsworth should do good though. Zaid. I keep messing up your name. I'm gonna call you Zadeh for fun. Sean says, do you really believe Rey, Finn, Poe, and Kaz need to be buried for Rise of Skywalker? It was only one movie. Remember, Kaz was not in Rise of Skywalker. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. All right. Let me scroll down here. Do I consider 28 Days Later a zombie movie? I don't. Maybe a traditional zombie movie, maybe not. But you could do both. I could see you not accepting it as a zombie flick. I probably would though, because anytime there's that's just me though. But anytime there's a virus involved that's basically creating the undead, you can it's close enough. What about 28 Weeks Later? Do you like that one? Oh, there we go. Bob Odenson is 2 episodes in to Warrior, and he's loving it. I'm telling you guys, if you get a chance to watch Warrior, the TV show, it's the series. It's badass, man. I have fingers crossed for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I hope it's good. Blaze Studio, what's going on? Welcome. This is first time on your stream. I just want to know. And I hope I'm not off topic, but how excited are you for the Snyder Cut, and do you have a favorite DCEU movie? Ooh, I am hopeful that the Snyder Cut overall will be a good viewing experience. I know some people are like, it's not. There's so much hype around it right now that I don't think there's any way it can meet everyone's expectations. It's kind of impossible. But if you stop and think about it, it's kind of already better than the theatrical movie. Already. And we haven't even seen it yet. Why? Because it has the same consistent color palette and the same consistent serious tone, linking it to Zack Snyder's universe, which is a good thing. whether the movie's great or bad, that's a good thing. Plus, you're having extra footage. We're getting more character development. That's good. It's not just rush, rush, rush. And I'm sure they're going to fix the Cavill mustache problem. That scene may not even be in the movie, so that's good. And any Marvel-esque Josh Whedon bullshit, I'm sure all those scenes are going to be gone. That's good. And the original composer, who's a badass, he did the score for Mad Max Fury Road. And he created the Wonder Woman theme, and he helped do BVS a little bit. He's coming back, redoing finishing the score. That's good, because let's be honest, the score for Justice League Theatrical was garbage. It was terrible. And it's sad, too, because it's Danny Elfman. But I feel like that soundtrack was just rushed. I feel like they came to Danny Elfman and were like, hey, man, we need you to make this score in like a week. So already, plus we get to see more Darkseid, right? So already, it's technically already better than the theatrical movie. Now, will it reach everyone's expectations and surpass it? Probably not. But as long as it's well made, as long as it's well done, as long as it's entertaining, that's all at this point we can ask for. Favorite DCEU movie? Ooh. Oh man, I don't know if I actually have a favorite. I'm entertained by a lot of them. Aquaman was fun, goofy fun. Shazam was even goofier fun. And the first Wonder Woman movie was good. BVS, the extended cut, was a lot better to watch. Maybe it might be Man of Steel. It might be Man of Steel. We'll see. Ever think about it some more, but excuse me, sorry. Beefy, make what now? In the house. All right. Oh, there you go. Brandon Hill says Man of Steel's his favorite. Hopefully the book of Boba Fett's fun, man. I mean, I'm all down for more adventures with Boba. I am down. I am so down for that. Did you hear Disney Plus is supposedly getting an R-rated section? Really? Interesting. J Skull, what's going on, bud? Hey, thanks for the dono. Yo, Samurai, check out the Friday the 13th fan film, Never Hike Alone. It's a little campy, but watchable, no doubt. I've actually seen it, J Skull. Thanks for the reminder, though, so chat can see to make sure they check it out as well. But it was good, man. I enjoyed it, and it sucked that it ended. I was like, no, I'm like all into it. Damn it, it's over. Hopefully they keep going. That would be great. Mikey, what's going on, bud? He says, what do you think of the Punisher Netflix series? I always looked forward to a review, and it never came out. Did I say I was going to review that? I don't remember. If I did, I apologize. Oh, it's good. Me and Lady Fatblood, we enjoy it. We enjoy it a lot. It's not perfect. I mean, Jigsaw's face should have been fucked up. Like when Punisher Season 2 came out, after all the shit that Frank Castle did to his face at the end of the first season, I get it. He was in the hospital, and I get it. He had money and he had surgery, but it was almost like he just had a scratch or some shit. Like, no, man, he was like destroyed in that glass. Come on. I wish his face was fucked up more. But other than that, though, it's entertaining. I enjoy Bernthal as Punisher. All right, catch up here. I have seen Monster Man. I was supposed to review it, but I'm probably not going to now because I just ran out of time. I will say it has entertaining moments. I will say that. All right, let me catch up to you guys here. So everyone else looks like is agreeing that best DC movies, Man of Steel. Alexis, what's going on? Let's see what we got here. Most underrated Star Wars movie is Rogue One. I agree. I do agree. Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars flick. Definitely, by far. There's no comparison. What's up, Night Wolf? Have I watched Under the Skin? I have. Very interesting. Very interesting movie. All about atmosphere with that. No dialogue, barely any dialogue. The score was very haunting. It's one of those, it gets better when you watch it again. You can start to notice things a little bit more. Very interesting. It's hard to recommend to people though, because you don't know how they're going to take it. It's one of those type of movies. It's like if I came to you and be like, "Yo, y'all need to see Under the Skin. You guys gotta see it." Like if I do like that, and then you go watch the movie, you're gonna be like, nothing's happening. Oh, you get to see Scarlett Johansson's butt. All right. But I mean, it's like, it's interesting. If you guys like slow burn movies with a lot of atmosphere and a little creepy vibe, then yeah, go ahead and check Under the Skin out there. Nate, what's going on? What's cracking? I have not seen Basic with John Travolta. You know what's funny? I just recently, a couple of days ago, put Basic in my queue to watch. Do you have psychic powers? It was you, wasn't it? Which hallway scene was better fight? Darth Vader in Rogue One or Luke in Mandalorian? Oh, man. Well, the Luke, that one's tough because the Luke one was longer and he was like literally using the Force to crush his enemy. It was definitely longer and he was in multiple rooms. But and the sense of fear and dread, seeing that red lightsaber show up, you know, those guys in that corridor pretty much pissed their pants and running away screaming help us, like you just felt bad for them. You were like, fuck, they're dead. So there's two different types of vibes, right? Favorite zombie movie? Let me see here. Well, you know, I have a lot of them. Let me see. Dawn of the Dead's good. The remake's good. Day of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. Zombie 2. Full Cheese Zombie 2 is a lot of fun. You know what? I can't help it. Every time I can watch this movie at any time of the day, every day I can watch this movie, and it makes me smile, and I can't help but enjoy it from beginning to end, and that's Return of the Living Dead. I can't help it. I can't help it. I know picking that might be a little cliche because that's a lot of people's favorites, but I just can't help it, man. It's just too much fun. The soundtrack, the characters, the dialogue, it's just a blast. It's just nothing but fun the whole time. I have seen Wolf Creek. Solid, and the sequel was solid too. Let me see here. What is my opinion on the Power Rangers? Or are we talking the series, the movies? What are we talking about? Domestic Disturbance and The General's Daughter are good John Travolta films too. I did hear that, yes. Might have to put that in the queue too. You know, I've only seen the original Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis. It's fun. It's a fun slasher. It's fun. Jamie Lee Curtis had the moves, man, them disco moves. Prom Night. I never seen the remake. I heard mixed things. I heard it's shit, and then I heard it's actually okay. If you've seen it, let me know. Chat, have you guys seen the Prom remake? Yay or nay? Let me know. That's right. Jesus. Send more cops. Well, if you're interested, Sean, I go into detail on Is It Really That Bad episode. Me and Jax B. the Ripper, we talk about Speed Racer and the Power Rangers reboot movie. I mean, the whole episode's dedicated to that if you want to swing by and check it out. Just have it on in the background while you're driving or something. Any hopes for the new Batman movie? Fingers crossed, man. It's good. I'm a little bit confused, though. I don't know. Maybe you guys can clue me in and let me know what's going on. But there's rumors that the Flashpoint Batman type movie was going to come out the exact same year the Pattinson's Batman's coming out. Yeah, that's not going to confuse everyone. Maybe not us, but you know, the casuals are going to be like, "What the fuck is happening?" Yeah, let me know what's going on with that. But hopefully, it's good. I mean, you know, no matter what movie comes out, we want it to be a good movie, right? Favorite Godzilla suit? There's a lot of them, but I love Burning Godzilla. From Godzilla versus Destroyer. I know it's ridiculous. When you look at it, you're like, what is happening right now? But visually, I just can't get over it. So I love Burning Godzilla. I'm sure I'm the minority in that one, but that's fine. Best DC movie is Geely. Fluffy gamer. This guy. Oh my god. He said, do one-armed swordsman. What do you mean, do one-armed swordsman? You want me to review that? Bishop Man 2. I saw Inframan in theaters in the 70s. Wow, what a treat. That must have been fun. That must have been a fun day for you. Let's see. We never got a sequel to the Blob remake. Maybe it didn't do that well. You know how it is at Hollywood. I love that movie. The Blob remake is like one of the best 80s horror remakes that nobody talks about. Like nobody, like it barely. It's getting a little bit more attention now, but I'm like, dude, when people bring up, hey, this horror remake was great. This was great. You got John Carpenter's The Thing. You got all these movies. Like no one talks about the Blob. I'm like, dude, the Blob is legit. The Blob is great. Practical effects in the Blob are fantastic. Yes, I like Dragon Ball. Nate Dogg says, at this point, I have to give the benefit of the doubt to Matt Reeves. He knows how to make a solid movie. Yes. Yeah, I agree. We're going back to the Batman now. Vishnu, I actually have Predestination on Blu-ray. I have not watched it yet, though. I have a feeling when I watch it, I might do another discussion video with you guys. I want to hear your thoughts about it as well. 60 badasses hanging out with the old samurai tonight. That's right. Killer Clowns. I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's hilarious. It's so funny. It is hilarious. Got 3 Killer Clown Pops. Funko Pops. Oh my goodness. Are the sequels worth checking out? You talking about the swordsman ones, the one-armed swordsman ones? Yes. Return Actually, believe it or not, I like the sequels better than the first movie. So you have Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. That's good. And then the new One-Armed Swordsman is legit too. And if you can find, I don't know, it's really frustrating how hard it is to find this movie and buy it. But it's a Choi Hart film called The Blade. So he actually made his own version of the One-Armed Swordsman. And that doesn't have tons and tons of action or fights, but the fights at the end are fucking nuts. It's insane, man. It is insane. When he goes off and starts fighting the main villain at the end of the movie. And it's one of those movies I've been wanting to own for a long time. I saw a DVD being sold on Amazon Prime. On Amazon. And there's mixed reviews about it. They're like, well, the subtitles are all weird. And it's like, I don't want to risk paying money and it sucks, you know? I should review it. Well, who knows? Who knows in the future? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is hilarious too. Thanks again for the likes, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. You know, it's been a long time since I've seen the sequels, Taco, so I don't really remember the music. Out of all three, though, the first one is the most memorable in terms of when it came out. It kind of changed the game, kind of changed the genre for that time, for that era. So when people think of One-Armed Swordsman, they think of the first movie. But in terms of fight scenes and excitement, in my opinion, the two are better. So Dark Gable saying it's on Amazon and WB websites under the archive. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. So that's the one I wanted to buy, Dark. But for some reason, the comments were like, they were so mixed. Like, oh, I'm so happy. This is great. I love this. And then the other comment was like, this, they fucked up the subtitles. They're all screwed up. I'm like, and I couldn't tell if it had an English dub because at this point I'm so desperate for the movie. I would buy it English dubbed just to have it. I don't want it English dubbed. But if that's the only way I can get it, I would. But I was looking at their specs, like, do they have, you know, what languages do they have for the DVD? And it's frustrating. It's very strange why, you know, Choi Hart, who's one of the most popular Hong Kong directors of all time, for some reason, that movie's hard to find. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Yes, huge fan of Ricky O, the story of Ricky, huge fan. And the story behind how I discovered that movie is a lot of fun. I'll give you the short, brief version really quick. So me and my buddy Fat Ninja, we went into this Korean video store, and you know, there's no subtitles in there. There's no English dubs, but they had movies that we could watch that aren't available at Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. So I was like, "Hey, did you find anything? Nah, let's just go." So we were getting ready to walk out. And then right before we walked out, I looked down at the very bottom shelf. It was like it called to me. I looked down and I saw the side of the cover and it looked like a guy punching through a wall or something. I was like, what is this? So I grab it and I pick it up, and the cover of the VHS tape, that's right. The cover of the VHS tape was Ricky O punching through the gigantic prison wall with his huge crater, like afterwards, and we were like, we didn't even know the movie was even called Ricky, because remember, it's all in its original language and stuff. So we were like, we have to rent this. We have to rent this. This is probably the best part of the movie, but we got to rent it. We took it home, popped it in, watched it, and whatchamacallit, we're disappointed at first because it was like, oh, this is like some prison movie. Like, what is this? And man, we were not prepared for the insane, ridiculous, over-the-top, hilarious violence and the comedy. We were just not prepared, and we had to pick our jaws up off the floor after watching that movie. We had no idea what was coming. We had no idea. Yeah, the guy destroying that guy's head, just like punching the top of the guy's head off. The head falls down. The brain is like swiveling around in it. The guy faking Ricky out, committing seppuku because he lost the fight. and then he cuts his stomach, pulls out his intestines, and starts choking Ricky with it. We had absolutely no idea stuff like that was going to happen in the movie. Instantly went out trying to find it later on on a better VHS copy or obviously DVD and bootleg. So yeah, I got it on Blu-ray now, so I'm happy. Samurai Jack series was great. I had never finished it though. I know they brought it back and it was actually violent, I heard, which is pretty cool. What I think of the greatest, what is the greatest movie trailer of all time? Ooh. Oh man. Ooh. That's a tough one. There's too many. But since you brought that up, there's a documentary called Movie Trailers, A Love Story, if you guys are unaware. And you can watch it on Amazon Prime. And there's a little cameo with me in there. And Lady Fat Blood. It's like 2 seconds. But yeah, it's a really good documentary. Very, very good. Have I seen The Duel? Yeah, the old school Shaw Brothers one. Is that the one? Yeah, that was good. They remade that too, didn't they? Oh, wow. We have a fan of Island of Dr. Moreau. Wow. Let's see. Scatman, what's going on? He says, you need to watch Attack on Titan, the TV show. I mean, talking to me? Talking to me? No, I have it. Not all of it. I don't have the other seasons, but I need to finish it. I actually have the live action movies too. Never watched them. For what I've heard, I'm not missing much with the live action movies. I still want to watch them. No, I paid for them. Perry Campbell, what's going on? Oh, well, thanks again for the support. So how can King Kong win when he gets hurt by bullets and Godzilla can't be killed by nuclear bombs? Oh, the shots have been fired, chat. Shots have been fired. So, chat, any Kong defenders, maybe you can counter that interesting question, by the way. It's true. That is a good one. I gotta see. I have to see what chat has to say. Hold on, let me catch up. PhatSamuraiGuy, where can I get the complete series of Berserk? Well, that's tough. I mean, if it's not on sale for on Amazon, I don't really know, to be honest. I've seen the 3 movies, which is basically the original 90s series told through 3 movies. You can watch that on Netflix right now. That comes in a 3-pack, I think. And those, I highly recommend those. And then you have the season after that, the Aftermath, which is kind of like a cel-shaded CGI type of art style. But it continues the story for a while, and then it doesn't, and it stops, goddammit. But I think that's in a complete box set. You should be able to find that. So at least you can buy the movies, and then you can buy the continuation and temporarily the continuation of the story in a full box set. You should be able to find those on Amazon. But the original 90s show, I don't know if that's rare or hard to find. What do I stand on Amazing Spider-Man, the movie? Was the parents of Peter Parker an interesting story, or do you agree with some people that it was a boring subject? We did a Films Revisited video review on that movie way back, a long time ago. It's been a long time, though. It was interesting. It just got ridiculous when the second movie came out and more was revealed. So it's just kind of like, eh. And if you want our thoughts on the second movie, there's a review for that as well. So, Sean says, "Hey Samurai, I can't wait to see Godzilla versus Kong this year. Do you think it will be a badass movie? Burning Godzilla is also my favorite." All right, Sean, cool. I thought I was alone on that one. It's I think at this point, because King of the Monsters, it didn't bomb. I think it did well, but it didn't do as well as they wanted, probably. So at this point, I think it's do or die. If the studio and the filmmakers involved have that do or die attitude, or go big or go home attitude, because they know this is the last one before it goes back to Japan, right? The rights. It should be balls to the wall. It should be, we're not fucking around here. Like action packed, brawls, fights, entertainment, excitement. It should be that. Will we get that? I don't know. But if I was the director, if I was in that situation, be like, all right, let's get the simplistic plot here. This is just our guideline. And fight one, fight two, tag team up, or whatever the fuck. This action sequence goes on. Here's where our main characters are in the story, and let's just get to it, So that's what I'm hope is happening, but you never know. Hopefully they didn't get lazy. All right, let me catch up to you guys. J Skull, we're 5 months out and no promotional material whatsoever. What did you get at Walmart? The DNW. What did you get at Walmart? Grindhouse. What's going on, Joel? He says, I can't wait for y'all's reaction to Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, we'll be doing a trailer reaction, definitely. But it probably will be just for the first one. If they do like 30 trailers after that, we're going to stay away. We want to be surprised. So everyone's saying Godzilla for the win. Well, some people are. Man, Godzilla is king. Godzilla shall beat him. Man, there are no Kong defenders at all. I was waiting for somebody to go, well, actually, if you want to bring in Godzilla 98, Godzilla went out to some missiles on a bridge. So I was waiting for someone to come up with some kind of counterattack here, but it's comedy. Yeah, Severio. It's too bad Rob isn't here. I'm sure he would counter that. Yeah, he would. He definitely would. The Fortress movies, my opinion on those. The first one, I remember it being a fun, low-budget sci-fi action flick with Christopher Lambert. I remember enjoying it. I never watched the second one, but I heard it's terrible. I heard the second one is embarrassing. So if you've seen it, yay or nay, let me know if I should give it a shot. I should check it out. Anybody seen the Fortress movies or the sequel? Good morning from Germany, 7:30 a.m. What's going on, Pinroy? What's going on? Welcome. Good morning. All right, so here's the only counterattack we have here. I think Kong actually won the original movie, so there you go. So he won in the old one. Godzilla and Kong will fight to a draw, then team up to beat another monster or monsters. That's what we're all thinking. Will they do it? Because we still heard that Mechagodzilla's in this, right? So most likely, maybe they'll team up to fight Mechagodzilla. J Skull said, I'm convinced Godzilla versus Kong doesn't exist. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Scatman says, I got the original Berserk full TV show on DVD on Amazon. Couldn't find it on Blu-ray, but I got the remake of it on Blu-ray on Amazon also. I have a domestic release. I don't think the original Berserk's on Blu-ray, but if it's still available, go to Zabi.com. I remember they used to have an actual steelbook. You might have to go to Zavvi UK, but I remember there was a steelbook, a pretty cool, awesome steelbook with the 90s anime in there on Blu-ray. I don't know if that was like way last year, though. I don't know if that's still available now. But yeah, look into it. Check out Zavvi.com. Let's see. Catch up to you guys' comments, man. So far, Jay Skull had the best comment of the night so far. John says Kong will make Godzilla eat his vegetables. Oh. Dark Gable says Godzilla the animated series is way better than the 98 movie. Ooh, Cutthroat Island. Is it really that bad? Episode idea. Interesting. Who's the first to die? Yes, I have seen that movie. Interesting. You guys are giving me ideas. I have not seen Life with Ryan Reynolds. I really wish that was the Venom pre-Venom movie. That would have been so much fun. The whole movie, you don't know it's the dark symbiote alien, and then until the very end, it's like, oh, it's Venom. Like that would have been great. That's just us, fanboying out and having fun. I did hear Life was good though. I heard that was a solid sci-fi thriller. I'm sure it was a lot better than Sputnik. All right. Would I like to see Gamera in the MonsterVerse? Well, we're all kaiju fans here, right? We love the kaiju. We got to represent kaiju. So, of course, us kaiju fans would want to see that. But I think for the casual audience, they're probably going to look at Gamera and they're going to be like, what the fuck is that? Like, is that a giant turtle? They would really have to super tweak his design, even more so than the 90s trilogy. They would really have to tweak it to where it's, you don't look at it and go, you know what I mean? Us, of course, kaiju fans, we'll be all over it. We'll have fun with that, but it's a hard sell to casuals. Have I seen the Defender starring Woody Harrelson? Is that like a kind of like a superhero flick type of movie? I have not seen it, but excuse me. Fan of Don the Dragon Wilson. I met him. I have my photo with him over here. Yeah, he's fun. I mean, not all of his movies are good, but that's with every martial arts star, though. That's what even the greats have bad movies. But he's a legitimate badass in real life, though. Like you go back to his old kickboxing bouts. He was legit. I think he was a champion. I might be wrong. In like several weight classes, he was champ, and nobody was doing that back then. So, but like every badass legend fighter in real life, you get older and the young bucks take over. But other than that, he was legit. The dead guy says, let me back up a little bit. Hold on, guys. Night Wolf said, life was a waste of time and life. What's going on, AK? What's cracking, man? What's cracking? Hang loose. The dead guy says, is that why they didn't get Pacific Rim? See, again, I mean, even Rob mentions this a lot. It's like the kaiju genre has its fans, all of us. But it's a hard sell for casuals. If it was just monsters fighting monsters in Pacific Rim, some people might show up, but the fact that you had humans to follow and they got in these huge, gigantic robot mech suits, and the casual audience loves the Transformers flicks. You think that would have, they were thinking, oh, this is gold. This is going to be the biggest next franchise out there. But it did okay. It didn't bomb, but it didn't make as much money as they wanted it to. Apparently, it made enough money for it to warrant a sequel, but I wasn't really a fan of the sequel. It's watchable. Some of the action's okay. Some of the actions and fights are all right, but it's just everything else around the sequel. I was just like, they fucked it all up. It's just like, what is happening now? All right, so Steven said, okay, it's a vigilante person. All right. That Woody Harrelson movie. 60 badasses hanging out. That's right. Late night chat. It's like Kick-Ass, but more realistic. An emotionally, mentally unstable man goes and beats people in the neighborhood. There's another movie similar to Kick-Ass, but more. It's very, very low budget though. But I enjoyed it. It starred Marco Zaror and the badass martial artist from Undisputed 3 that fought Scott Adkins. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. Mirage Man? Maybe it's Mirage Man. Remember, it's really low budget movie, but it's some good stuff in there. I enjoyed that. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is easily one of the greatest movies of all time. Let's see here. Mentioning bad movies, I just saw Wonder Woman 84 now. I get what people are talking about. Godzilla versus Pacific Rim. A lot of people want that crossover to happen, right? Wesley Snipes versus Steven Seagal, real fight? To the death? I don't know. If Snipes has no grappling ability and doesn't know how to defend submissions, the Seagal is going to win. But if it's a stand-up fight, it's going to be Snipes. The casual moviegoers are just uncultured swine. Oh, man. Shots from Gilbert to the casuals. Yeah, the casual moviegoers were the ones that were looking at me, Lady Fat Blood, and a buddy of mine, Frank, as we're looking at us like we're lunatics when at the very end of Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, the very end, when it was revealed that we're going to be seeing Ghidorah and, the Mothra and all that for the next movie. And we were losing and we were like, oh, shit, yeah. We were going crazy. And they were all like, what are they excited about? I just don't get it. I don't understand that. We didn't give a shit, though. We were having a blast. Sammo Hung versus Seagal, same thing. Same thing. If Sammo doesn't know how to defend any submission holds, then he's gonna have a problem. He's gonna be in trouble. But stand up, Sammo's gonna win. Sammo's gonna win that. Seagal can't catch Wesley. Well, Seagal is a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. When they call Seagal now, they call him Kung Fu Panda. That's his nickname now. Is it really that bad? The Most Dangerous Game. Which one is that one, John? Is that an old black and white movie? Let me know what that one is. Remember, guys, go to, if you guys remember something interesting that might be a good future is it really that bad episode topic, hit me up on that Fat Samurai Guy page. Let me know. Hit me up with some good ones, some suggestions. I have seen the Coming to America trailer. It looked a little bit better. I wasn't blown away by it, but it looked better than what I thought it was going to be. I've been against this sequel idea for Coming to America for years because it's one of my favorite comedic films of all time. But I'm willing to give it a shot because it's from the director that did Dolomite Is My Name, which was one of my favorite movies of that year. It came out. It was one of my favorite movies. That, like, fucking hilarious. Wesley Snipes was great. Eddie Murphy was great. And it was nice seeing Eddie Murphy back in a fucking R-rated comedy again, thank God. But it was actually good. So they're all involved. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's entertaining. I mean, at this point, like like I mentioned earlier with the Lethal Weapon 5 movie, at this point, just be entertaining. And if it's beyond that and exceeds our expectations, then that's even better. I think Christopher Lambert's Resurrection movie is an underrated thriller. Resurrection. I don't know what that one is. Interesting. So Recall wasn't good, huh? Oh man, I was actually considered to watch that Wesley Snipes for it looked interesting. The Dead Guy says, Master of Flying Guillotine is great. One of the funniest movies ever. I thought Dalsum was I thought of Dalsum was as his arms would extend like his. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they got the idea of Dalsum from that movie. But yeah, I saw that in theater. They re-released that in the theater when it was remastered and it came back out. That was fun watching that movie in the theater, man. It was great. Way down in the jungle deep. Oh, so Tribal Chief seen our 2-second cameo or appearance in the movie trailers. Well, cool. Thanks for watching, man. It's not like we get paid for it or anything. But thanks. All right. Have I seen Zatoichi with Takashi Kitano, and what are your thoughts? I really enjoyed it. Once I got used to, at first, like from the beginning to midway, I wasn't really on board with it. But then once I got used to, okay, Takashi Kitano is doing his own thing. He's doing this is not the old classic beloved, Shintaro Katsu version of Zatoichi. He's doing his own version, and this is in his style. This is his story. So once I accepted that from the middle to the end, I enjoyed it. And everybody talks about the dance sequence at the end. I know, but it's entertaining. The song's entertaining. It's not my thing. It's not my kind of thing, but I couldn't help but watch it and be entertained by it. I kind of wish he did another one, or maybe a trilogy. It would have been interesting to see a trilogy with his Zatoichi, his version. But he only did one. But it's entertaining. Hudson Hawk, huh? As another one. Is it really that bad? Interesting. So it is that old black and white one, right, John? And it's kind of like Surviving the Game, right? I'm aware of it. I have not seen it, though. Is that supposed to be bad, though? Is that rated bad? Because remember, for the Is It Really That Bad series, for our series, it's got to be stuff that's rated bad. But we take another look at them to see if they're worthy of being rated that low, or it's actually not that bad. Probably Loki, Brendan. Movie, not so much. I'm not really excited for any films until I start seeing trailers. Taco says, Lethal Weapon 5 better bring back Joe Pesci. He's the glue that holds those two together. Brandon Hill says Lethal Weapon 5 would be Riggs and Murtaugh uncovering prescription drug smuggling in their nursing home. Oh my god. Oh, he's in the wheelchair. I'm too old for this shit, Riggs. Riggs. Oh my god. Sean says, since the MCU is coming out with Gore the God Butcher, do you suspect Sony and Disney is working together to bring out Null, God of the Symbiotes, and the creator of Gore's main weapon of choice? Oh, I wouldn't. I have no answer to that. Do I consider Highlander 2? Hold on one second. Let me catch up to you guys. Dang it. Is Naked Lunch bad? Is it? I thought that was supposed to be good. I enjoy Snowpiercer. I like it. But the thing is we had no expectations. We didn't even really know what it was about. We were not expecting an action flick. So we thought it was very interesting, well acted, and entertaining to watch. But there's a lot of people that saw the trailer and a lot of people that was expecting an action movie. You got Chris Evans with basically fighting the Hatchet Gang from fucking Kung Fu Hustle, like in the train. And people thought it was an action flick, and they hate it. They hate it. And I'm surprised. There's a series on HBO Max right now, or it might be on other channels, but I'm very surprised there's a series now, and people are saying it's good. I was like, what? For Snowpiercer. But yeah, if you're not expecting, just suspect an interesting like sci-fi flick, you know. No way. You got the happy ending, Trado? No, dude, you need to get rid of that. Oh no. No. So those of you that are unaware, one of the best action martial arts flicks out there in the modern era is a movie called SPO, but over here it's Killzone, and starring Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung, and Jackie Wu. One of the best fight scenes in movie history is Donnie Yen and Jackie Wu in the alleyway. It's one of the hands down one of the best fight scenes you'll ever see in your entire life. For some reason, there's a happy version. There's a, without spoiling the movie, the ending's very dark. The real ending's dark and more realistic. But for some reason, there's a company out there, I don't know who's doing it, releases like happy versions of it. But these are more like third-party releases. Like if you could find Killzone from Dragon Dynasty on Blu-ray or DVD, you'll have the real version. But a buddy of mine bought SPL third party from some random website, and we didn't know anything about it. So when we watched the movie, it had the ending it had, and we were like, oh, okay, I guess that's how the movie ends. Huh. We really liked the movie, but we thought the ending was a little odd because it seemed really abrupt. And then later, when we got the Dragon Dynasty release of Killzone, we had no idea that was the fake ending we watched. We popped in the DVD of the Blu-ray, and we watched it. And then when we were like, I can't wait to watch this again. And then when it got to the ending, we were like, holy fucking shit! What the fuck is happening right now? Like, I grabbed Lady Fat Blood. I'm like, holy shit! Did that just happen? Did that just happen? Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys find the Dragon Dynasty release of the Blu-ray or DVD of Killzone, you're in good hands with Allstate. That sucks, Trado. Oh my goodness. Oh, so cool. I'm glad you liked Snowpiercer, Taco. There's a lot of hate on it, though, because people, again, we're expecting an action flick. Tribal Chief says Colombiana versus Anna versus Peppermint versus Proud Mary versus Hannah. That's a hell of a versus episode you're trying to get me to do here. Out of all of those, though, I've only seen Hannah. Excuse me. And isn't there a new one called Ava right now with Jessica Chastain? That's a new one that just came out, right? Where she's like a spy badass or something like that. I have the ability to watch Anna and Peppermint and Proud Mary. I can check those out, but not Colombiana, though. Let's see. Kevin Lambert says, "Am I excited for Black Widow? I'm hopeful. I hope it's good. I hope it's good." Yeah, Katana was the best part of Johnny Mnemonic. So Kevin Lambert says, "I was wondering what your thoughts are on James Cameron and the Avatar sequels. Do you think they will be worth the wait and the hype?" No. Well, number one, if you've already heard me and Lady Fat Blood rant on the first Avatar film, to the point where Rob from Entertainment Talk Nation wants us to do it, is it really that good episode just for Avatar? Which is hilarious. That's going to be hilarious. That's going to be, the rant is going to be nuts. So I don't give a shit. Will I watch them? Probably. I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's been so long. Will casuals care? Because this is more for casuals. Will they care? But again, I heard the amusement park Avatar is like doing really well, and they're making, well, maybe not right now, but when it came out, it was doing very well and making a lot of money. So there is a fan base, apparently, right? So maybe they'll show up and it'll be the next big, huge hit. Who knows? Andre is asking, when do you think they'll get the X-Men in the MCU? Me and Rob was talking about that, and I kind of agree with what he said. He said that it most likely will be later, right? So we're going to continue with the known people, right? We're going to get our Doctor Strange sequel, another Spider-Man movie, the known popular ones that are left. We're going to sequel them. Then we're going to bring in some newbies like Shang-Chi, and then probably build up a little bit more, and then we'll probably bring in the X-Men later, probably later. Especially if Rob's prediction is right that we're going to be getting Galactus and Doctor Doom later, that's the perfect time to bring in Fantastic Four and X-Men. So we'll see what happens. Was the funniest movie I've seen? Oh my goodness. If Sexy Sumo was in the chat right now, he'd be like, "You don't watch comedies, Samurai Guy." Shut up, man. I'll say one of the funniest comedies I've seen was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It was hilarious. That is a hilarious movie. What was my opinion on Tekken? I think we talked about this yesterday too. Not the worst comic book movie I've ever seen. It's not great. It's not good, but it's not like the sequel. I like Gary Daniels as Brian Fury. I think he's perfectly casted as Brian. He was the best part of the movie, really. But the sequel was absurd. The sequel made me angry. The sequel is like trash. So if you thought the first Tekken was bad, just watch the second one. John says, I was actually wondering what your thoughts were on it because I saw it once when I was very young, and I don't really remember much about it besides the suspense. Are you still talking about The Most Dangerous Game? It's a movie I wanted to see, though, because I heard that's kind of where that genre kind of came from, was that movie. And you get Survive in the Game, you get the Hunt, then you get movies like that. Hard Target. But I heard the Most Dangerous Game kind of started that. Dead Guy says, I'm a huge fan of Johnny Mnemonic. It's the cheesiness. Well, the world feels organic, and that's the best part. It's fast paced, it's not too long, and it's a time killer. Plus, Jesus was a meme 101. I was a mean. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. When me and Lady Fat Blood were watching it, Johnny Mnemonic, she was like the whole time watching the movie, the real organic world, as you brought up, she was kind of talking about that. And she was like, look at this. And then she completely was bashing the live action movie of Ghost in the Shell, of how it doesn't feel like even the anime of Ghost in the Shell feels like it's in the future, right? You have all this technology, but it feels, the world feels lived in, right? Gritty. It feels real in the anime and stuff like that. And then it's too polished and too pretty. And remember Blade Runner? You know what I mean? Like, that's what the remake of Ghost in the Shell, the live action version, was trying to do, and it just didn't feel right. Despite its pretty visuals once in a while. I'll admit it had some pretty visuals. Bishop Man 2 says, Fat Samurai Guy, apparently there are pics out there of John Krasinski in his Fantastic Four suit for the upcoming movie. Now, is that real? Because I saw one too, but then I also saw one with Emily Blunt as the Invisible Girl. So I don't know if those are real or those are fan-made. He's a good choice, though. I could see him playing Mr. Fantastic. I have seen Killzone 2. I actually reviewed it on Movie Dojo a long time ago, and I have a lot of issues with it. I did enjoy the fight scenes, though. The fights are good. If you guys want to watch some good fights, then by all means, go ahead and check out Killzone 2. I just had other issues on it. What is your opinion on Painkiller Jane? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hold on one second. Let me go back up a little bit. Tucker and Dale versus Evil was awesome. I wanted a sequel, but maybe not. I think it's perfect just ending it right there. Let's see. Tribal Chief says, for me, it was 7, which I'm glad they didn't ruin Little Shop of Horrors, which they spent millions on the alternative ending and scrapped it later on, and Dodgeball, which Ben Stiller won. What the hell? Really? Interesting. Trado says, thanks, Fat Samurai Guy. I was so pissed when I saw the the happy ending on this. Oh, it was terrible. Like, whatever company out there is doing that, stop. or at least call it a different cut, so that way people know there's something different than the original. Like, that's terrible. Like, people are paying their hard-earned money, and you're giving them a fake ending. That's just horrible. Let's see. Letters to Latvia? What is that? Lady Fablo's not here. Oh, yeah. Painkiller Jane. Oh, my God. It's funny because when I was kind of off and on collecting comics, for some reason, I was drawn to Painkiller Jane. I saw it on the shelves, and she looked like a fucking badass. And I was like, who is this? I like the name, too, Painkiller Jane. I like that. And I actually bought several issues. Maybe I have like 6 or 7 issues of Painkiller Jane, and I was really enjoying the read. And then out of nowhere, a TV show came out starring Kristanna Loken. Those of you, you guys should know who that is. That's Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. She's the Terminator, female Terminator in that. And Blood Rain, if you want to go to the Uwe Boll era. But she was Painkiller Jane, and I'm like, okay. I was still okay with Kristanna Loken at that time. And I was like, all right. So I watched the first episode. I was done. I was like, nah, man. As soon as it started, my name is Painkiller Jane. No. My dad called me Painkiller Jane or some horrible dialogue. And I was like, you guys fucked it up. You fucked it up. So I tried to get into the show, but I was like, where's the violence? Where's the grit? Where's the badassity here? What is this? What is this show? Now, maybe the show got better, right? Sometimes that happens. I actually heard the Blade TV series with sticky fucking fingers actually got good later before it got canceled. So maybe Painkiller Jane became badass later, but if you don't grab me that early, I'm done. That's right. Dolph Lundgren was the. That's right. He was the in disguise priest. The world's coming to an end type character, but slash assassin. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah, Mononic's a fun movie. It's fun. Vinny, I've never seen it. I know. And Sexy Sumo always like punches me in the arm. I've never seen The Cell. But this is what I've heard, though. It's such a mixed reviewed movie. Like I heard, visually beautiful, outstanding. Jennifer Lopez is beautiful to look at, and then what's called Vincent D'Onofrio is great in the movie. And then the other half is like, this movie makes no sense. It's a waste of time. It's garbage. You'll forget about it when you're done. So that movie's always had that stigma. So it's one of those, it's in the queue to watch out of curiosity, but I never got around to checking it out. But Sexy Sumo was like, you gotta watch it, it's great. He's been trying to get me to watch it. I've never beat the Metal Gear Solid games, but they are fun. Oscar Isaac as Snake, sure, he's a good actor. Sure, I don't hate it. But here's the thing: just make it a good movie. The video game movies' track records are not great. You know what I mean? So just make a good movie first, people. People always jumping the gun. What about the great movie called Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon? I am a fan of that movie. I have 2 copies of it. I got the old bootleg, horrible Blu-ray release, and then the Scream Factory version. And I enjoyed that because it was one of those pleasant surprises. I sat down, didn't know anything about it, going in blind, no expectations. And I was like, what is this? And I was watching it, and I was like, okay, so it's kind of like a documentary, kind of. But wait a minute. It's a documentary about a slasher? It's so weird. It's so bizarre. It's like a slasher guy. We're doing a documentary today on Jason Voorhees. It's so bizarre. But it's a good movie. And it felt original, it felt fresh. I've never seen anything like it, really. But yeah, I'm a fan of that film. I enjoy it. I guess PhatSamuraiGuy doesn't like happy endings. Oh, I like happy endings. Just don't change the original ending for shit, man. You're changing the movie. The dead guy says she can't act. I guess we're still talking about J-Lo here. Was it worse than Pamela Anderson's Barbed Wire? What are we talking about? Painkiller Jane? Oh, you're probably talking about Painkiller Jane. Well, that's the thing, is I didn't get that far in the show. Like, I only watched a couple episodes and I was done. Justin, I actually bought on Amazon Prime. Amazon, they had the whole entire Mortal Kombat TV show in like one little set for butt cheap. I only would have bought it for cheap as fuck. But it's terrible. And I remember watching it growing up. I remember it is bad. A whole bunch of WCW wrestlers are in there. But that introduced me to Daniel Bernhardt, though. That's funny. You just brought that up because Kristana Loken, that's kind of where she came from. That's her start. But Daniel Bernhardt, I'm still a fan of him till today. So some of the fights are good. Some of the fights are good. I hated Kung Lao. Kung Lao was whiny and useless throughout that show. But the show has its moments. But for Cheese Fest and to prove that this exists, I had to buy it for like $10. Like the whole show was cheap. Michael Swift in the house. What's going on, bud? Thanks for the dono. Have you seen Inheritance with Lily Collins and Simon Pegg? I thought it was a decent movie. I have not seen Inheritance. No, I have not. Now you got me curious about that one. Love Simon Pegg. That guy's great. What went wrong with the movie Bloodshot? Oh, God. I'm at a dilemma. I'm not sure what to do. Because I filmed the Versus episode about Bloodshot and the Old Guard. And I was supposed to... I tried uploading it to the channel a long time ago. I talked about this before. And we talked about what we liked and what we didn't like on both movies. But something happened with the upload. There was like a glitch. So the sound isn't great. So I kind of gave up on it, and it's kind of like a lost thing. I'm still on the fence if I should go back and redo it again, because it took me hours to edit. And if I do it again, I'll have to start from scratch all over again just to edit that fucking video. And I'm kind of trying to move on. Damn it, I'm trying to move on. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know if I should just do it. But I kind of wanted the future of any Versus episodes where we can discuss together. I kind of wanted to start doing that live. That way it involves you guys, and you guys can vote too. What do you think is the better movie or the more entertaining flick? But the way we did it in that first video was just kind of review style, not live. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'm back and forth with it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Be like 5 years from now, and I finally finished. I'll finally upload it. We'll see what happens. Let me catch up to you guys' comments, man. Simon Section, The Cell is a poor man's Inception. That's interesting. Dead Guy says it was very boring, and the pacing issues really make me want to punch things. Then it just drags. It's about how a serial killer gets in a coma, and we go into his memories, which are in his head. Which the concept sounds interesting, but I'm assuming the execution wasn't that well done. But I have not seen it, so. Yes, Mortal Kombat Conquest, yeah. Oh, God. Tribal Chief says, people believe that Taylor Lautner was going to be the next martial arts action star when it ended up being a joke. Oh, let me bring up his filmography. Hold on a second. Let me bring up IMDb real quick. Well, he really hasn't done anything. It was just that action thriller Abduction. I remember when that came out, and then there's a few things here, and that's it. He's just back he's back to doing TV now. He hasn't done anything. Oh, God. I remember when Abduction... I haven't seen Abduction. I don't know if it's actually good or not. But I remember... Like, I heard a bad rumor. Maybe you guys could help me out with this, if that's true or not. But I could have sworn I heard that Sylvester Stallone, that's right, the Italian stallion, seen Abduction and was like singing the praises like this kid is the next big thing. If that is, or he was trying to get him for Expendables 3. If that's true, that's horrible. So maybe you guys can let me know if that was just a rumor somebody came up with to kind of just hype up Abduction, or that actually happened. But I was just like, that's really bad. So he goes, Taylor was a good fighter, but he should have went to Asia and challenged Tony John to a fight. Well, we know how that would have ended. Let's see. Dan Smith says, if I made a movie, it would be epic. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. Is it really that bad? Ready to Rumble episode. Maybe we should put some wrestling movies against each other, or at least talk about maybe in the same video. That might be hilarious. You guys are flooding the comments. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. All right, here we go. Have I seen the 1974 film of Wonder Woman starring Kathy Lee Crosby? I have it. I have a bootleg of that, and it's terrible. If you guys thought Wonder Woman 84 was bad, how about Wonder Woman? How about Wonder Woman giving who was blonde and in a jumpsuit, and that's it. Doesn't at once get in her iconic outfit. And I remember, because it's been a long time I've seen that bootleg DVD that I have, but I couldn't. The only thing I remember, because it was ridiculous, was there was a snake in the room, and Wonder Woman gives the snake a bowl of milk. Wonder Woman, yeah. Yeah, that's all I remember, man. That's all I remember. It was not good. Vin Diesel is what went wrong with Bloodshot. We mentioned that. We do mention that, but I'm really conflicted on what to do with that video. All right. Gary D, what's going on? What's cracking, man? Watching this while eating garlic fried rice with 2 fried eggs and 4 pieces of lasagna. You suck. Because now I want that. I want to eat that, damn it. I'm going to have to have some Raisin Bran, some cereal. Well, thanks for stopping by and checking in on the family, on the movie lover badasses, the Movie Dojo Army, while you're eating some lasagna. That's what I'm talking about. If I text that right now to Lady Fat Blood, she's going to be like, no, well, now I want lasagna. Cynthia Rothrock movies, Lady Dragon movies, your thoughts. Well, I love Cynthia Rothrock. I met her as well. I got my photo up over here with her. Do you guys want to see it? Yay or nay? You want to see my photo with Cynthia Rothrock? Oh, let me catch up here. Bird on a Wire? I thought that was supposed to be a fun comedy. That's 32%? Is it really that bad? Interesting. You know, I've never seen that, Briscoe. I've never seen that show. I'm vaguely aware of it. Justin says, if I do some more versus vids, Lost Boys versus Fright Night. Ooh. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sean Holmes says, do you remember the TV series Chameleon? If you remember it, what is your opinion on it? I don't remember Chameleon. I'm not sure about that one. And it might be one of those, if I see the intro, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that. But right now, I can't think. 50 Badasses. Still hanging out. That's right. Fat Samurai Guy, do you like Bloodfather with Mel Gibson? Yes, I do. It's a very underrated Mel Gibson vehicle. He's really good in that movie. Very good flick. Vin Diesel's only good movie was Pitch Black. He didn't know who he was fucking with. Let's see. So that show was so cool when I was young. They need to release that on DVD. Chameleon. I don't know about that one. Shanghai Job action movie starring Orlando Bloom. Shanghai Job. What's that one? Have I got any story ideas for an epic kung fu film? Oh, probably a little bit too many. The problem is any idea I come up with, I'm pretty sure it's been done already. There's only 5 billion martial arts movies that exist out there. Vin Diesel was good in Saving Private Ryan because his character was killed. You mean you're not excited for Vin Diesel versus John Cena? It's John Cena. And then the next Fast and the Furious movie, I totally forgot that movie was coming out. I completely forgot that Fast and Furious movie was coming out. And John Cena was his brother. I'm just like, whose decision was this? Out of all the badasses they could have made as Vin Diesel's antagonist, John Cena, really? Who's gonna buy John Cena as a villain? And then you know what's gonna happen, right? And Lady Fatblood mentioned this earlier today. It's kind of funny. We're talking about this right now. She mentioned that because the Fast and Furious films are all about family. Family. It's all about family. Family. Breadstick? Right? How much you want to bet? Because of the family. How much you want to bet they make friends at the end? How much you want to bet? It's going to happen. Because they're brothers, identical twins, so you can see. Why watch another movie when you can have 2 of me? Holy shit, I just dated myself right there. Yeah, that was an old Twins is going to come on TV, and I don't know who, I don't know, it was TNT or Spike or somebody made this goofy little bootleg Arnold singing that jingle. Yeah, I just dated myself big time right there. Oh my God. Taylor Lautner let himself go. Oh, so he looks like me now. Okay. Octavio, what's going on? Gary D, it's all about the Flintstones movie, yo. Oh God. The only thing I remember out of that movie is Halle Berry. That's it. The only thing I remember. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Is it really that bad? Is that the John Carpenter movie? I have not seen that one with Chevy Chase. I'm curious about it though. But that was the movie. I might be wrong, but that was the movie where John Carpenter said, "I'm done." He said, "I'm completely done with making big budget Hollywood studio interference. They call the shots. I don't have creative freedom because of this." And studios, like, they're in charge, right? That's why a lot of John Carpenter's movies are independent flicks, because he wants full control. So he'd rather do a low budget movie like Prince of Darkness, but he has the say. He has the say so, basically. But I might be wrong about that. But I kind of heard that was when he was just like, I'm kind of done with this big budget Hollywood stuff. Trado's asking, Fat Samurai Guy, have you ever thought of making some Movie Dojo shirts or any type of merch? Yes, that might be coming in the future. Get some logos out there and maybe some mugs, some hats, some shirts. Let's start the ruckus. We'll see what happens. John Carpenter Assault on Precinct is a sick movie. Yeah, man. Oh, Assault on Precinct 13 is like one of the best. There is nothing on TV. You're bored. There's nothing on. You're bored, and you're like, what is this Assault on Precinct 13 movie? What is this? I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. It's like what it is right now. It's 11:30 p.m. You're like, what is this? And it's just like, it's perfect late night movie. Perfect late night movie. Just action, crazy villains, cool little synth music. Yeah, that's good shit, man. I love movies like that. Well, if he had a complete creative control for Ghost of Mars, then that's his fault. Oh God. And if you look at it, if you look at Ghost of Mars, it's basically Assault on Precinct 13 in space. It's very similar. Even down to the shot where, the iconic shot when they finally break in Assault on Precinct 13 and they're holding up the barrier, like the table, they're holding it up while still fighting the enemy at the same time. They do that almost exact same shot with Ice Cube and Natasha Henstridge in Ghost of Mars. It's almost the exact same shot and everything. Let's be honest here. John Carpenter is a legend. He's the man. He's one of my favorites of all time. But let's be honest. Most likely his last two mainstream release movies that were good was In the Mouth of Madness and John Carpenter's Vampires. After that, well, what are you going to do? Gilbert says he'd rock the merch for sure. Well, cool. I'm glad you're down. We'll get something going here. Awesome singing. I don't know if anybody remembers what I just sung. I don't know if anybody remembers that, man. Jesus Christ. It used to crack me up, though, every time that jingle would come on when Twins was about to come on TV. They always play a bootleg Arnold Schwarzenegger singing that song. It was so funny. Danny DeVito was great as Penguin in Batman Returns. Yes, he was. Now, Manimal sounds familiar, Steven. That does sound a little bit familiar. Versus suggestion, Dark Man versus the newest Invisible Man movie. I don't know. That's almost two different genres. Because one, you got a superhero flick, and the other one is kind of like a serious horror thriller. So I don't know. That'd be kind of hard to do because it's like two different. They're gonna have some similarities. I would put Dark Man up against like The Shadow or another dark superhero type movie, maybe. Now, the Invisible Man that came out last year versus the Kevin Bacon Invisible Man. Now that could be interesting. That could be interesting. Dead Guy says Vampires was good, just lacking in action. My issues is Blade came out, and since Blade was cooler, I wondered if James Woods could do it, could outdo him in badassery. Yeah, that was one of those. It's unfortunate because that came out the exact same year Blade came out. I was like, kind of like when the Thin Red Line, that military flick, that came out the same year Saving Private Ryan did. It's like, oh, it's like, damn it. But yeah, you can't beat Blade. But still, it was a good movie. It was a solid flick. But yeah, it could have used more action though. Ghost of Mars could have been worse. It was supposed to star Courtney Love. What? What? I'm confused. I'm really lost now. 61 badasses hanging out. Isn't that funny? Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3 was the main vamp in Vampires. Isn't that hilarious? Perfectly casted. He was good. He was good in that. Let's do it. Story ideas. An epic movie starring the lone fat samurai walking on the path of peace until he sees sexy sumo and they throw down and Fat Samurai Guy wins. And after that, Fat Samurai Guy keeps walking on the lonely path. I like it. Kevin says, hey, Fat Samurai Guy, how do I donate to your channel to help the ruckus continue? I'm from the UK, so I'm not sure how to do it. Well, YouTube has something called Super Chat, and you can donate through there. Also, my Cash App information is there as well, and that also goes straight to the channel to help us out. Let's see here. Look, we have Justin here. So this is how it's done, right? Justin Martinez. There you go. Thank you, Justin, for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. There we go. And there's going to be other ways in the future. Some people add their PayPal account and stuff like that. So remember, I'm still new. I'm still growing here. So I'm learning as I go. So, but there'll be other ways. But I really appreciate it. I really do. Sarah Connor versus Ripley. Ooh. Interesting. John Wick versus John McClane. I don't know, John. I think I'm kind of leaning towards Shadow versus Darkman. That might be a good episode, guys. Interesting. Kid was surprised to get Red Heat on 4K during Black Friday last year. Great action cop flick with Belushi and Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it's fun. I have my orders. Monster Squad versus the Goonies. Oh, I should be writing all these down. Excuse me. Sorry. All you guys are badasses hanging out with me tonight, man. And it was a last minute thing, but I was like, hey, you know what? I know the badasses will show up and shoot shit. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Let's see. Vampires was more of a Western. You know what I wish would have happened though? I think James Woods was good in the movie, but I would have liked to see the original casting for that character, and that was Kurt Russell was supposed to be in that movie. Now, obviously, with Kurt Russell playing that character would have been totally different. However, how fucking cool would have been to see Kurt fucking Russell kill vampires? That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome, man. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So, when you stabbed that vampire and it exploded, did you get a little wood? Oh, God. Does the Fat Samurai ever had a wrestling phase in his life? And does he like the local C4, which is Ontario based? Well, I'm a wrestler in real life, though. You know that, right? Pro wrestler. But I go by the name of Bad Luck Fale, and I wrestle in New Japan. So just look up Bad Luck Fale. Yeah, that's me. So. Perry Campbell, what's going on? What was that movie called with Kurt Russell? He was a used car seller. It was called Used Cars, and it's really funny. It's really funny. We talked about it a while back during our Let's Talk Kurt Russell Movies stream, and we had 4 people with us. No, 3 people with me. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we all talked about Used Cars in that very underrated movie, Kurt Russell film. Nobody talks about, but it's a fun movie. Man, everybody's versus Spawn today. So earlier we had Ghost Rider versus Spawn, and now we have Hellboy versus Spawn. There you go, chat. Why don't you help answer Kevin's question? Hellboy versus Spawn, who wins? That one's tough. That's a tough one. I do agree with you, Splinter Eye. Underrated movie is The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox and James Woods. That's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. The Fly 2 versus Return of the Fly. Wow, Simon. White Chicks versus Soul Man. Oh, God. That made me laugh. That was a good one. The beginning of Dust Till Dawn versus the end of Dust Till Dawn. What? What is happening now? What is going on? Oh, you guys are hilarious, man. You're making me laugh tonight. Let me catch up to you guys. Hold on. Well, yeah. You'll always have Big Trouble in Little China. Rambo versus Commando. Let's see here. Kurt Russell versus Terry Silver. I'd pay. Bad Luck Fale. Class of 1999, the movie. How much you want to bet Class of 1999 is rated very low? How much you want to bet? You know what? Let's find out. Because there's fans of that. And I remember being entertained by it. I have a feeling it's rated really low. Fucking Rotten Tomatoes. The suspense. Here we go. What? I am stunned right now. It's certified fresh. It's highly rated. Wow. Not bad, Rotten Tomatoes. I'm stunned. Is it really that bad? The Phantom with Billy Zane. That might be a good one. Interesting. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous now. Jessica Rabbit versus Betty Boop. Hey, it's making me laugh, though. Sean, I love Galaxy Quest. It's a lot of fun. I saw that in theater. It's parody done right. And it's just really good. Really good movie. Another underrated flick. You know, a little fun fact. At the end of the movie, well, towards the end, the third act, if you watch Sigourney Weaver's mouth, Lady Fatblood pointed this out. When they're trying to get, I think they're trying to get through this corridor, her and, God damn it. What's his name? Tim? What is his name? Home Improvement guy. Tim Allen, yeah. When they're getting ready to go through this corridor of danger, right? I think there was like blades or something going like that. And they had to get the timing right. And he's like, all right, you ready to go? Let's go. Watch her mouth because she clearly says, fuck that. Like, clearly she said, fuck that. But I think they dubbed over like, forget that or screw that. It's pretty funny. By Grabthar's hammer, you shall be avenged. Yeah, Galaxy Quest is hilarious. I saw Rocketeer in theater, Steven. That's a great movie. That is a great movie. Great soundtrack. Rocketeer is very underrated. I feel that the Rocketeer, actually I have a pop. I got a Funko Pop. I feel that the Rocketeer is just a lost movie. It needs more attention. Who knows? Maybe I'll start a retro series and I could talk more about movies that people forgotten about, you know? That might be fun. Stop or my mom will shoot versus Junior. Yeah, it's gonna be a no because I'm probably gonna end up shooting myself by the end of it, watching both of those movies. Oh, Tango and Cash wins that one, Christian. That's not even a debate. I like parts of the other guys though. I like Michael Keaton in that movie. Ooh, let me look that up, Briscoe. Hold on. I didn't like that movie at first, and then many years went by. I rewatched it again, but I watched the extended, the director's cut version. It's actually a lot better. And we're talking about Alien 3 right now, guys. Hold on. I'm curious. What is it on Rotten Tomatoes? It's a 43. It's not great. It's not certified fresh. Interesting, though, to think about it. Who knows? Maybe it might be a future movie. Do I like werewolf movies? And what one is your favorite? Chat, what's my favorite werewolf movie? You guys should know by now. Let me. It's your quiz for the night. Let me see if you guys remember. Yeah, Alien 3. The extended version's a lot better. It's really that bad. Ernest Goes to Jail. I like that movie. Let me guess. It's like horribly rated. Oh, shit. He finally figured it out. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let the ruckus continue. Thanks again for the dono, man. I appreciate it. Oh, God. I'm being asked this question. Preston, have you seen the two 1979 TV movies of Captain America starring Reb Brown? I actually own them, the bootleg versions. They re-released it on DVD later, but I have the old bootlegs. Yes, I have seen them. They're bad. They're painfully boring, bad / definitely has moments of this is so bad it's good. So it's I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't know what they were thinking with that. Like Captain America is just like a painter. He's like an artist, and he's like some kind of like this beach bum who lives out of his van. That's our Steve Rogers, everyone. And then later he becomes Captain America, and it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. The fight scenes and everything are so bad. When he throws the shield looks like see-through fake plastic. When he throws the shield, it like takes like 30 minutes to curve around and hit the villain in the back of the head. It's so bad. But like I said, it's got its so bad it's good moments, though. Definitely. There you go, Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief knows. Dog Soldiers. That's my favorite werewolf movie right there. All right, let me catch up to you guys here. Hold on. There you go, Gilbert, Briscoe. The Movie Dojo Army, they know. Howling is great. That's right. And American Werewolf in London is great too. Also love Silver Bullet. That's a good one. Shadow in the Clouds versus anything. That's hilarious. Oh, by the way, if you guys have not seen our hilarious rant on Shadow in the Clouds, make sure you guys check it out. By the way, did you see the ratings for that movie? That movie is rated highly, as if it's amazing. Like the rating for Shadow in the Cloud, it's ridiculous. However, the audience score is lower, so that's what I'm talking. Yeah, the people know. Let's check Aliens Alien Resurrection. Let's check that real quick. It should be low. Is it lower than Alien 3, though? Let's see. Here we go. Wow. Wow. I am stunned. Alien Resurrections rated that high. So Alien 3, what was it? 43%? Alien Resurrection is 54%. I'm stunned. I am stunned it's rated that high. Wow. Everybody hates that movie. I thought it was entertaining, man. It's entertaining. You got Ron Perlman's fucking badass in that movie. I mean, it's got some good effects. I mean, the CGI is a little wonky, but it's a fun monster creature flick. And like I don't hate it as everybody else. Everybody else pretty much hates that movie. Underworld 2 was good. I enjoyed that. Oh, nice, kid. That's pretty dope. Howard the Duck versus Max Steel. RoboCop versus Dread. Time Crisis versus Counter-Strike. Oh, okay. Now we're all over the place. Rolling Vengeance versus the Wraith. Oh, Toxic Avenger versus Thanos. What's happening? What is happening right now? 66 badasses hanging out. Bad Moon. Yes. Yes, Joel. I really agree with you on that one, buddy. Bad Moon is a very underrated werewolf flick. Very underrated. That's a fucking cool movie, man. Steve and I have that one too on bootleg DVD. No, actually, wait. I might have that on Blu-ray. Hold on. I actually might have the 1990 Captain America film on Blu-ray. I might. I don't remember. I might have it. I haven't even watched it yet, but I seen it before. I got an old bootleg DVD. Parts of it's actually not bad. It's better than the Red Brown garbage fest. But it's not great though. I like the beginning. The beginning's cool, man, but when he's actually battling Red Skull in World War II, I like it, but it's just the second half of the movie's like, where are we going? What are we doing here? But I mean, it's better than the Red Brown movies. Shadow in the Clouds versus Black Christmas. 2019. Oh, God. You guys are cracking me up tonight. A Man Called a Hero versus Crouching Tiger, huh? Well, the Crouching Tiger probably beats that one. You can't beat the dojo fight, man. The dojo fight's hard to top. Alien versus Predator versus Resident Evil. What is happening? What is happening right now? Right, Severio? Right? 54%. That's insane. We need a new good werewolf movie. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. Oh, big fan of the Wraith. Big fan. Busta Rhymes versus Michael Myers. Outlander beats Pathfinder. Easy. Let's see here. Let me catch up here. The extended version of Alien Resurrection is the better version. I don't know if I've seen that. I probably did. I've never seen Cursed, Simon. I heard that movie is cursed. I heard there was so many problems behind the scenes. Wes Craven was having a lot of issues with studio interference and stuff. So I heard it. There's isn't there 5 endings or some shit? I was always curious about it though. Who knows? Maybe I'll check it out one day just out of curiosity. Oh, we got Big Kev. Big Kev is back. Thanks again for the dono, man. Question: which film is a classic you hope they never make a reboot of? Mine would be Goonies and Back to the Future. Oh my God. I remember hearing for the longest time that they were going to remake Back to the Future, and it was going to star the High School Musical kid. I know he's grown up now and he's actually a decent actor now, but at the time it was High School Musical kid time. So everybody was like, no, no. Yeah, that would. Can you imagine? You can't remake Back to the Future. You can't. You just can't. It's going to be bland. It's going to be stale. It's going to be generic. Yeah, special effects might be better, obviously, but it's not going to have the iconic soundtrack. It's just who is going to play the new Doc? Who's going to play the new Doc better than Christopher Lloyd? It's impossible. It's impossible to do. My fear, and I always mention this, is I've been hearing a long time that they want to remake The Warriors. And I don't know if you've heard me rant about that before, but you can't. You can't remake The Warriors. And it would be a whole bunch of stupid fucking modern day gangs with guns, and there won't be any brawling, no fights, no colorful looking, goofy looking gangs. That gave the movie its personality and shit. It's like you can't. Some movies you need to leave alone. You know what I mean? But yeah, a remake, even the Goonies, you can't remake the Goonies now. You can't. Phoebe Cates or Jennifer Connelly. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up to you guys. You got 70 badasses hanging out tonight. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. We were just talking about, those of you that just arrived, we were talking about remakes and reboots of classic movies or of our favorite films that we do not want to be remade or rebooted. And Kevin brought up Back to the Future and Goonies, and I brought up The Warriors. So put in the chat section right there. You guys is like, do not remake this, please. Mr. T versus Dennis Rodman. What is happening? Chili's, baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. I have seen parts of the Doctor Strange TV movie. I have not seen it in its entirety, though. Gremlins versus the Munchies. I have not seen the Munchies. How many Gremlins ripoff movies did we have? Superman. Now we're all over the place now. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace versus Shadow in the Cloud. I'm picking Superman 4. Yes, I do. I agree with you, Greg Garlow. Zatoichi Meets the One-Armed Swordsman is an awesome movie. Oh, whoever was the badass earlier that was talking about the One-Armed Swordsman films, are you aware that there's another one? But he meets Zatoichi and they fight. That's a fucking kick-ass movie. That is a great movie. I would be interested to see the other version of that movie, though. I heard a rumor that there is a Hong Kong version cut with a different outcome at the end. If that actually exists, I would love to own both. But it's great to just have the one. So. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. We started watching that, Jonathan, and we were really entertained by it. And then we just kind of, when it got to the tournament and the tournament part kept going, we kind of just lost interest. Now, usually I love that kind of stuff because I'm a Dragon Ball Z guy, but we just got distracted with other things. But You use one of those. We want to get back into it and finish it because we bought it. Ghoulies versus Critters. Homelander versus Brightburn versus Superman. Oh, God. Black Noir versus Batman. Now, I'd pay to see that. I would pay to see that. But you know what's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen. Batman, because he's Batman. He's going to have the weakness ready and prepared already for when he takes on Black Noir. But fight scene-wise, it'd be cool to check out. Wait, hold on a second. The dead guy says, but they're remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Are you serious? Chat, do you guys know about this? That's mean to John Candy, and I miss Phil Hartman. If that's true, that's horrible. Again, you can't remake. Steve Martin in the John Candy classic. You can't remake that movie, man. Come on. That's a horrible idea. I seen Mystery Men in theater, Stephen. And me and my buddies actually enjoyed it. But here's the thing. We enjoyed the Tick cartoon growing up. We enjoyed the Tick cartoon. Well, we were a little bit older by then, but we enjoyed the Tick cartoon. And we were aware of the Tick character. And the Tick live action show, the first one we liked. And the recent Tick show that's on Amazon Prime, we watched the first season and we liked it, but I never went back to it. So we're used to that type of comedy. Like that's the joke. The joke of it is goofy superhero characters with goofy powers. That's like the point of it. So Mystery Men is the same thing. I think that was actually based off a comic book as well. But here's the thing. If you don't know any of that, or if you don't expect that type of comedy, and you go in to watch Mystery Men, and you're watching a guy, come on, think about it. He's called Mr. Furious, and his power is that he gets mad. And you have playing the shoveler who shovels well. Like, if you go in not expecting that type of comedy, because that's the point of the comedy, then you're probably going to hate it. Like, I remember a lot of people like giving Mystery Men like 0 stars when they came out. And I'm like, you see the same movie? But the thing is, like, we're kind of used to that type of comedy because of the Tick. So, but yeah, it's funny. It's goofy fun. So. Will Smith and Kevin Hart. Now, you'd think with both of their talents, there is a possibility it could be funny, but it's just, I don't know. It's just like, it was like perfect casting for that first movie. So I just don't know. Put it this way, I'm not excited about it. I always wish they'd remake Rhinestone. Sylvester Stallone's greatest movie of all time. Poltergeist versus Close Encounter. Okay, now we're making stuff up now. A remake of Grumpy Old Men starring Eddie Murphy and Samuel L. Jackson coming soon. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. This is getting ridiculous. Simon, yep. Frankenstein Casanova was what a cool villain name, yeah. The Tick was louder in the cartoon. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's satire. It's like what were you expecting? Did you see the trailer for Mystery Men? It's like, what are you expecting here? They're remaking Forrest Gump. Oh, come on. No way. No way. How? How do you remake Forrest Gump? Hey, let's remake The Godfather while we're at it. Hey, let's remake Goodfellas. I hope I'm not giving Hollywood any bad ideas. God gave a gift. I shovel well. I don't remember Blood of the Dragon that well. I might have an old bad crusty bootleg full screen old DVD. I may have watched it once, but I don't remember it that well. Let me know if I should revisit it. Kevin says, I miss John Hughes and his films. His type of filmmaking is a lost art. Modern day comedies don't carry the laughs or the heart they used to. Yeah, I agree. I can't really remember. You know what? The only thing that I remember enjoying a lot was, believe it or not, Dolomite. What is that's my name, Dolomite. That's actually a really good. It's an R-rated comedy, but it's heartwarming. It's actually really well done. So once in a while, you'll get nuggets. You'll get some gold nuggets here and there. But for me to actually pay money to go to the theater, if that's still a thing in the future, hopefully. If not, I'm perfectly fine chilling at home, watch streaming. But the movie has to be hilarious for me to actually like pay money to go to see a comedy in the theater. Like it's got to be like really, really funny. Grumpy Old Man remake starring Nick Nolte and Gary Busey. Nick Nolte. Goodfellas remake called Bad Fellas. All right, kids looking forward to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Okay. Above the Rim had better basketball scenes. Oh, here's one, chat. Justin's got one. Here's a serious future versus episode. What do you guys think of this? Hold on, let me go back to his comment. I scrolled away. Hold on a second. Warlock movies versus Wishmaster movies. That's interesting. Interesting. The only problem is the first two movies are the best. And the rest of the sequels aren't that good. Like Wishmaster 2 is kind of pushing it. I mean, maybe by default, Warlock 2 is more watchable than Wishmaster 2, but after that, it's all downhill, baby. No, I have not seen T Facto's Godzilla statues, Briscoe. Man's Best Friend versus The Watcher. I thought you were going to say or pick Man's Best Friend versus Cujo. Steven wants to see a third Equalizer movie. The They Live remake would be called They Sucked. Here you go, chat. Let's see. Joel's asking, do you guys know if there's any truth to a rated R Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake? I don't see that happening. I really don't. But you never know. You never know. Well, I thought Killer Clowns was rated R. I thought the original was rated R, wasn't it? Unless you mean like serious, non-comedic Killer Clowns movie, maybe. Yeah, I love Julian Sands as Warlock. The Warlock movie is great. It's a great movie. It's a very underrated flick. But I like Wishmaster too. I like both. Point Break remake called The Fast and Furious. Yeah, I like the first Hangover. Actually, you know what I enjoyed more than Hangover, and they came out at the same time, and one movie had way more hype than the other one. It was like a sleeper hit. And the hype for the first Hangover was huge. And I saw that. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it later on TV. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. But what made me laugh more, way more than The Hangover, came out. They might have came out the same year or at least around the same time. But nobody talked about it, was Role Models. Role Models was hilarious. Oh, yeah, and it has the same actor in both movies. It's kind of funny if you think about it. The Asian actor. I forget his name. Yeah, he's in both movies. So Role Models made me laugh way more than The Hangover. But I did enjoy The Hangover. Nate and Lucic, what's going on, brother? Nate and Lucic in the house. All right, let me catch up to you guys. Hold on. G.I. Joe versus Transformers. Heath Ledger versus Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I don't even remember the third Warlock. I'd have to watch it again. Kid's working on some of his DVD/Blu-ray cabinets later today. Has space now for 800 movies. That's right. That's cool. Being a collector of physical media is an awesome thing. It really is. It's an awesome, special thing that, some would say is kind of dying out a little bit because of live streaming, but it's an awesome thing. There's only one thing bad about it. Finding the fucking room for That's the only thing bad about collecting physical media, man. So Kid's on it. Looks like he's trying to get his old cabinet set and prepare for. You got to prepare for the future. You got to prepare for like multiple shelves being filled up in the future. That's the only sucky thing, man. Is being a collector is finding room. It's 9 a.m. in Germany, huh? You getting ready for work? That's cool. All right. You have a safe day, buddy. You be safe out there. Probably going to keep going, guys, till, let's see here. Maybe give it like 10 more, 12 minutes, maybe. And then we'll probably call it a night for tonight. Christopher Reeves or Henry Cavill Superman. Interesting. He-Man versus Flash Gordon. Yeah, I have not seen the house that Jack built. Have you guys seen that movie? Let me know in chat. Yay or nay. Sexy Sumo did see it. He told me it was really good. I just haven't gotten around to checking it out. I did like the old V series. Yeah, man. I actually own them on DVD. They're on Blu-ray now. I'm like, God damn it! I don't know why I'm lagging there, upgrading. But the first V series was what good. The later V series was terrible. It was so bad. I don't know if you've noticed Michael Ironside's character just disappeared. Well, first, gets killed instantly. Robert Englund. He gets killed like maybe in the first or second episode. He's gone, so that character's gone. And then all of a sudden, Michael Ironside is like gone. Like he's like there maybe 4 episodes, 3, And yeah, he wanted off the show. He knew the show is terrible. But the early V is great. Really good. So Imran really enjoyed the house that Jack built. He says, make sure you guys watch the unrated version. All right. Yeah, it's in the queue. I just got to get around to watching it. The dead guy, I love the Zoom character. I actually have a Funko Pop of Zoom in the back. He was badass, man. It was great. But yeah, I kind of fell off. I fell off of the show. Once Arrow and Flash and all them moved off of Hulu to Netflix, I wasn't able to keep up. So I know everything's on Netflix now and I can binge watch, but I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot because you have to connect all of the universes. You got to connect Legends. You got to start watching Legends of Tomorrow, and it's like I have a limited time. I only watch so much. I don't know if I want to watch King Kong Lives. I tried to. I think that we tried to watch it after we watched the Jessica Lange, Jeff Bridges Kong. And we were entertained by that. I think we tried to watch King Kong Lives, but it was hard to find. Like on streaming services, we couldn't find it. Now, a lot of people have said The Accountant starring Ben Affleck was good. Have you guys seen that? I was always curious about that. I heard good things about that movie. Michael Jai White versus Wesley Snipes in his prime. Ooh. That'd be a good fight, but I'm going to have to give it to Michael. Wait, you guys talking about Joe versus the volcano? What are you guys talking about right now? Cowboy Bebop versus Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, so Splinter Eye, he liked The Accountant. Did they set it up for a sequel? You guys are talking sequels. Did they set that up for it to be a sequel? I have not seen Champion, but I like that actor, though. Creep Show versus Tales of the Crypt. I'm going to see if that's available on some streaming services. I'm going to put in the queue, The Accountant. Once I start getting better at setting up a schedule for streams, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Just stay tuned. Especially if you guys recommend movies to me. You never know. The very next day, we'll do a stream. We'll talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just need to put in a row what kind of series I want. We may have, is it really that bad? Is it really that good? A versus series. And of course, I want to still do more future Movie Dojo episodes, as well as regular movie reviews of what's out right now and stuff like that. So it's just going to take some time, okay? Here's a good one. Guys. I know we're coming down to the wire here. We're going to be wrapping it up soon. Giants had a good one here. Original It or It remake? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Or you can cheat. You can cheat and go first part of It original versus first part of It remake, and then that's it. We don't have to talk about the adult ones. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can talk about both. I'm just joking. That's right. We are getting another Fallen movie with Butler. I still need to see the last one. I have it. I just haven't watched it yet. I have that Beastmaster. You said you pre-ordered it? Okay. Look into information on replacement discs because the third disc in there, the 4K disc is fine and the picture is beautiful because I have it. The picture is insane for that old of a movie. But the third disc, for some reason, the movie version that's on that one, I think it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes in the movie, it'll all of a sudden skip forward on its own. And if you bought it already, if you paid for it already, they're supposed to send you or send me or everyone replacement discs. So I'm just letting you know if you weren't aware of that. Also, guys, that Akira Collector's Edition 4K that I just bought, Lady Fat Blood. We just found out today, Sexy Sumo hit me up, that for some reason the 4K disc wasn't remastered in dynamic range, HDR. For some reason, it's 4K SDR. It's like, how did you fuck that up? So if you guys bought the Akira box set, same thing. Okay, you go to Funimation. There's a website. You can find this information online, but go to the Funimation website. You send them an email with proof of purchase that you bought it already, and they'll send you the correct disc 4K. Because for some reason, when Akira was released in Japan and Europe and all that, the 4K was HDR scanned, but for some reason over here they fucked up. So just letting you guys know, if you haven't bought Akira yet, okay, you can get replacement discs on it. So, all right, let me catch up to you guys before we wrap it up soon. I know, dude, what is going on with all these replacement discs? This is getting old. This is getting really old. Friday the 13th, they fucked up. I mean, this is like Beastmaster, now Akira, and I know there were other titles too. There were other ones out here. I don't remember the name now. It's like, Jesus. Well, Sean, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon, but if you're interested on what I thought of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Gladiator, we dedicated a whole stream about that movie for our Is It Really That Bad episode, so I think you'll enjoy it. So make sure you check it out. You should be able to find it on the channel. We talk about Gladiator, and then we talk about Priest as well. So check it out when you get some free time. Yeah, kid, just look into it first, man. So, okay. I'm reading Greg Garlou's comment here. So good. It's just strange. Like, what is going on? Hey, Neenan, have a good one, man. Have a good day at work. Be safe out there, all right? Tim Curry as It versus Tim Curry as Darkness. Well, I love Darkness, so. I do, yeah, Garlou. The packaging, I agree. The packaging for Beastmaster is amazing, man. It is amazing. Segue to a future episode. So don't forget, if you guys are unaware, this Saturday, we're going to do a Fat Pickups live, the first time live, which is going to be a huge mistake. I don't know if you've seen my goofy video to make you guys laugh. I've uploaded called It's Time. But if you guys have not watched that yet, this Saturday, okay, come join me and Lady Fat Blood. We're going to be chilling, drinking a little bit, and we'll show you guys our huge haul we got over here. Because it's been several months have gone by, so since the last Fat Pickups video. So join us Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll show you guys what we got. So, and let me see if there's anything else. And watch The Gentleman. Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna do it, buddy. Don't worry. We're gonna watch The Gentleman. All right. I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, guys. John, have a good one, John. All right. Trey Do, have a good one, brother. All right. Greg Garlou says he's off Saturday, so he'll be watching. Cool, man. Great to see the Movie Dojo Army show up. That's right. Kick-ass, take names. Drink a little something with us, hang out with us live. Who knows how crazy it's going to get? It might get crazy, or it might be a chill, little relaxed stream. But yeah, a big old haul we got over here. So look forward to that Saturday. So, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to still do a live spoiler review on Possessor. If you guys are interested, come join us for that. So, all right, guys, thanks again for hanging out. This was a fun night, a fun late night chat. All the badasses have shown up and arrived to hang out with the old samurai. You guys get some rest, and see you badasses later. Take care.